Yo, what they do? Never full sports. We out here, man. What's good with y'all, man? Boxing. I mean, now, let's get straight to it, man. As y'all can see on the screen, man, we got Devin Haney and B Norm. You feel me now? Um, Birthday first. The way the fight played out, of course I seen it playing out like that, but that's not what I chose. You feel me? What I picked was, 50-50, 7-5, 8-4, and B Norm only won like one round for me. Like two, 3 rounds. So 2, 3 rounds. Bro, I can't really. I don't think I gave him more than 2 rounds because it's like the rounds that he started doing good, he still did not outwork Haney. Feel me? His defense wasn't better. His offense wasn't better. Nothing that he did was better than Haney. So like he ain't beat Haney at nothing. So it's like I only gave him 2 rounds. Like anybody that gave him more than 3 rounds is like what we talking about, bro? Like at that point we just gifting rounds just to be gifting rounds. So the fight was a good fight for Haney. It was a horrible fight for B Norm. Horrible fight for him and a horrible fight for his team because they did not came with no other game plan other than landing that one shot. They did not adapt and adjust. B Norm showed his levels to this. Like, he lacks IQ because as a fighter, you don't need a corner to know what you're doing wrong because you keep getting caught. Like, jab defense is terrible. Defense in general is suspect. His chin is suspect. He's getting hurt by the jab. He's smothering his work. He's not good on the inside. He's getting bullied on the clinch. Um, a lot of the things that he should be doing, a lot of things that should be his advantage are not advantages because in a clinch, you're supposed to be able to put pressure on Devin Haney when you're clinching. He's being physical with you. He's landing shots, and it just looked like you the one moving up in weight. And yeah, there's nothing that B Norm did that was better than Haney. Hart, nothing. Even with the Hart thing, I thought that once he got dropped the first time, he was going to show like the other side of B Norm that people think is there, or the B Norm that people would hope. So we ain't see that B Norm, and B Norm Jr. has a lot of things to work on. Of course, he's young, so as long as he want it, um, it's there. He just gotta earn it. I'm looking to see where does B Norm go from now because 47 is a weak division, and after the loss from Devin Haney, he's still the second rated 47 pounder. Now I'm just waiting to see how he bounced back because we know his kryptonite is anybody with a jab because his jab defense is like it's like taking candy from a baby with this guy with the jab. It's like if you can't get past a jab, you can't defend a jab. It's like, bro, you're not I can't bet my money on you. This is exactly why. Before the fight, I said it was a 50-50 fight, but I never picked B Norm to win, nor did I bet money on him to win. I was telling people that I feel like he's gonna win. But when it came down to it for me to give my official pick, who did I pick every single time? Devin Haney. Who did I bet my money on? Devin Haney. So yeah, so I already knew what time it was, and I knew what B Norm lacked, and all the things that he wasn't good at or he did not do great. He got exploited in that fight for those things, and the things that I picked him to be able to use to win a fight is grit, toughness, him bullying Haney, him applying pressure. Just Devin Haney, the type of fighter. If you really want to beat him, you have to apply pressure. Like you have to turn him into inside fighter. You have to get dirty with him. And B Norm is just he's not good at that, nor is he improving, nor is he adapting and adjusting because there's different ways to skin a cat. So it's like we did not see his IQ because IQ you with the IQ you see people's IQ they the levels rise up and you see them start adapting and adjusting and B Norm never showed that. He just kept doing the same things and there was another there wasn't no other game plan besides landing a shot. That's like you thinking about winning a fight and the number one thing on your mind and your coach's mind and the game plan you come with is to land a shot. Good luck, buddy, because that ain't nothing. Because what's good of power if you cannot land it? Like, so it's like that's why skills pay the bills. That's why a lot of people be losing bets because they're not betting based off film studying, based off the matchup, styles make fights. They're not using uh their brain to pick winners. They just picking or the people that will win. They're picking people based off narrative agendas, the way they dress in, the way their hair looks. So it's a lot of feminine things that's going on within the sport of boxing to where people not looking at the styles make fights because a lot of people pick B Norm because of what? Because of the last fight. But why would you even be going off for that? Because one, B Norm and Ramirez, um, like Ramirez, he's accomplished, right? If I'm not mistaken, is he not an Olympian? He's not on the same level as a B Norm. B Norm is he don't have a deep amateur, pedigree. He's not an Olympian. He's not. It's a lot of things that he haven't done in the sport of boxing yet. So they're not on the same level, even though they're on the same on different path. Like Ramirez is cooked, and B Norm is he's young. He's climbing a ladder. But still, um, yeah. So, what the thing for that fight versus Ramirez, different style of fighting, and then let's not forget he had just came from a previous fight where he got cheated, so he fought different. So a lot of people went against Devin Haney due to that fight. So it just tells you like, yo, that triangle theory stuff do not work in boxing. Never did. It never will. So if you're going off based off that, Sonny Liston whitewash, Frazier, Frazier, messed up Ali. How is Ali about to be Frazier? Like, what happened? Like, Ali won. Like, how is Ali about to beat George Foreman? Like, you feel me? Like, wait, I'm confusing this. So I said Sonny Liston. I meant to say so yeah, let me restart. So people was like, yo, George Foreman messed up Joe Frazier easy. Now Joe Frazier beat up Ali. So how is Ali gonna beat how is Ali gonna beat George Foreman if Foreman annihilated Joe Frazier and Joe Frazier messed up Ali? What happened? You know what I mean? So it's like that triangle theory stuff, it never works in boxing, and I don't know why people still go on with that because it's like, bro, how many times have we seen that triangle theory do not work in boxing, bro? Just because this person beat that person don't mean that person gonna beat that person. Style make fights, and a lot of things that a lot of people don't know is this because it all depends on the time that you fighting that fighter, the time that you fought that fighter because a lot of fighters, their best days is in the past, bro. So it's like a Gamboa. Like once Crawford fought Gamboa, Gamboa was over with. Like it was no more Gamboa after that Crawford fight. You feel me? So it's like that's a lot of fighters that when you fighting that fighter, like that fighter's been cooked. Like Josh Taylor. Like that fight versus Regis took Josh Taylor out. He hasn't been the same since the Regis fight. So it's like, feel me? So a lot of people be hyping stuff up and this and that, bro. It's all about the timing that you fought that fighter, because a lot of fighters be cooked already. They just competitors. They still in it, but their best days is like long gone. Like dudes like Wilder, and the trilogy. It took a lot out of him. Like Wilder been cooked since the trilogy with Furious. You feel me? So people gotta still think about that. Because I be seeing fighters trying to hype up wins. It's like, bro, you fighting a dude that's cooked, been cooked like a Pedraza or something. Like Pedraza been cooked. It's like, what we talking about, bro? Man, it's tough. But Devin Haney did what he should have done. He did what I knew that he could have done and he needed to do. So um I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna be here and be talking about Devin Haney as if he just beat up Jaron Ennis, or as he just beat up Charlo at 54. You feel me? Like he just beat up Laura at 60. Like, you feel me? Those are solidified people at those weight classes. So Brian Norman Jr. is not solidified, Brian Norman Jr. just hopped on a ladder and he was climbing a ladder. So he's not solidified. Like, who has he beaten for us to say he's solidified? Centillion, Jen Sasaki, like the LeBron dude. Like, come on, bro. None of these dudes is rated anywhere to where we can be talking about Devin Haney as if he went and beat a great. Like, do B Norm has the can I say he'll be a great in the future? It's a possibility. He has to go out there, earn it, and prove it. So yeah, a lot of people giving Devin Haney crazy credit. It just tells me that you guys looked at him as like he was cooked food, and it just tells you like how you guys view certain people. You guys are not looking at different things and just the logical things. You guys not looking at it. You guys being racially biased, being picking and choosing, having an agenda, having pushing narratives, and the typical picking a race type of thing. Is not boxing. It's just race picking and just race baiting and all that stuff that they be doing. So yeah, it just says that if you giving Devin Haney so much prop, it just you just already viewed him like cooked food. You thought it was over for him, which, hey, I guess it's a bandwagon thing, because it's like we haven't seen enough from him to say that he's cooked food. Ramirez should have been the one that showed him that, and now you guys definitely was on a train of, okay, Ramirez couldn't do it. B Norm Jr. is gonna do it, and it's crazy because Devin Haney dropped B Norm, and I knew that shit was gonna happen, and I said it the day before the fight. I was like, B Norm bet not get dropped or get stopped by Devin Haney, because I knew it, because he's chinny and he gets hurt by like punches like that shouldn't even hurt him for real, like unless like he's getting punched over and over and over again and it start adding up. But like he's getting hurt by jabs, it's like, damn, you getting hurt by a jab, and then him not knowing that once you get hurt, you shouldn't be fighting once you're hurt. You get yourself back in the game, bro. You move around, stick and move, hold, catch your breath, clear your head. If you got to take the whole round to get back right, do that. the next round you start picking it up slow, bro. Like I don't understand how fighters be so like. How many times have we seen that fighters lost fights because they were rushing stuff? In moments they were rushing it. Like being hurt, you need to slow your roll, buddy. When you're hurt, you don't go try to fight, bruh. Like you stick and move. You know what I mean? You hold. You basically the number one thing you need to be doing is time management, bro. Getting the most time as you can to get back right because you just got hit with a great shot and you need to give yourself time to get back right. So fighters is just be quick to want to get up. You already on the floor, so you could have took 20 minutes to get up or 1 second. You're still on the floor. Still count as a knockdown. So it's like they don't want to be on the floor, but bruh, like you're down, you're down. It's still you still got dropped, bruh. You feel me? So it's like yeah, them dudes yeah. Yeah, so Devin Haney did what he should have done. I'm not gonna give Devin Haney crazy credit for what he should have done. Like that's what he should have done. Like, feel me? I'm not gonna put Devin Haney on my pound for pound list because he beat Brian Norman Jr. I'm asking people why is Devin Haney on pound for pound now? Because he beat Brian Norman Jr. or is he on pound for pound because he's 3 weight division champ, right? And we putting along that he's doing it at a younger age than others or quicker than others ever did. So it's like what's the thing behind it? What's the thing behind it? Because it's like this. If we giving Devin Haney And we giving Devin Haney a spot on pound for pound for being B Norm. Like at this point, pound for pound ain't nothing. For B Norm beat Jin Sasaki, LeBron, Centillion. Like that's who you need to beat to get on pound for pound. Like let's be real, bro. See, that's the thing. A lot of people in boxing ain't as real as me, bro. Because I don't care. Like because the truth is the truth. It's like, why would I put Devin Haney on pound for pound because of beating Brian Norman Jr.? Now, if we're saying that he needs to be on pound for pound for the accolades of him being undisputed, moving up to 40 and fighting the best guy at that weight division, then moving up to 47 and then winning another belt, okay, boom. Now, if they're saying that Devin Haney is pound for pound because of a win against B Norm. Like what? At this point, what is pound for pound? Like who is B Norm for somebody to defeat him? And now, I'm not saying in the future, as of now, for Devin Haney to defeat B Norm for him to be on pound for pound. At that point, pound for pound is a joke because B Norm hasn't done nothing in the sport besides winning a belt. He hasn't beaten nobody that we even care for, that we rate. Like who's Centillion? That was a great win for him. He showed that it was a fight that he should have lost and all that, and he came out and he did that. So that's we uh we rock with that. But at the end of the day, bro, I be seeing a lot of people overrate people. Like Devin Haney right now is overrated because of he's not pound for pound as of now. Ramirez win is not a pound for pound win. B Norm Jr. is not a pound for pound win. You guys giving him crazy credit because you guys doubted him. That's why. Because you guys never believed in him. Like that's the thing. You guys, y'all be fanned out. So it's like, y'all be fanned out because it's like this. At the end of the day, if you believed in if people believed in Devin Haney, you don't have to like somebody to know that, okay, boom, like Devin Haney's. I don't rock with Devin Haney. Neither do I rock with his dad. Like, but I'm not about to come on here and cap. and be like, woo woo, like no, for what? Like I know what I seen. The truth is the truth. Like if I don't want to talk about him, I'ma just not even talk about it and just act like it don't exist other than capping. Like that's the last thing I'm gonna do is cap. Like for what? Like all right, I could easily just don't say nothing about it. Know what I mean? Other than cap, like feel me? So Devin Haney did what he should have done. I'm not looking at that win as if like it's a big win and it's just a win. It's just another opponent. So yeah, a lot of people overrating Devin Haney. Devin Haney should not be on a pound for pound. Um, he should not be on pound for. Devin Haney should not be on a. Uh, Devin Haney should not be on a pound for pound for beating Brian Norman Jr. Now, if we're talking about Devin Haney being on pound for pound for accolades and what he has done in the age that he's done it, okay, boom. Now Devin Haney on a pound for pound as mine because okay, your accolades, what you've done in the sport, the age that you done it, how quick you done it, okay, boom. But him being on pound for Brian Norman Jr. on who's pound for pound, not on this side, because in basketball, somebody that's not putting the MVP numbers don't get to be in those conversations, bro. Only in boxing or combat sport, anybody can just put anybody on an MVP list, which is a pound for pound list. Like, yo, that person haven't even beaten nobody. That person haven't gotten a good win since years ago. Like they haven't done nothing MVP wise to be on the MVP list, but only in combat sport where your cousin that just had a professional fight, his first fight, you could put him on pound for pound, and he just lost. Like you feel me? You put whoever you want to put on pound for pound is like pound for pound need to be where people has to meet a certain criteria to even be mentioned on that shit. Because in other sport, the dude that's on the bench is not on the MVP list. The dude that's on the bench ain't getting no fucking the biggest accolades. Yo, he's not even getting a time. He's not feel me. So it's like only in combat sport you can just put whoever on whatever. Like you can say this person is that person is this. Like who has he beaten? Who has he faced? Like what has he done for people to say, oh, he's this best, he's this, he's that. Bro, great and best is two different things because somebody can be just like I say, Kyrie Irving is a way better offensive player than Michael Jordan. He's a way better scorer than Michael Jordan. But here's the difference. Kyrie Irving is better than Michael Jordan, but he's not greater. Greater is the top of the top. You feel me? Then the best is like people that haven't achieved the best of the best, but or achieved it, but they haven't done it too many times. You feel me? So that's the difference between best and great. A great top of the top. Feel me? Like I be seeing people talking about some this person is great as a great fighter. Of what? Like if we talking about the greatest, Canelo not a great, buddy. He's just a good fighter. like if you can't go get over the hump, how are you great? Like you can't get like come on, bro. Only in like combat sport, anybody can just be anything. Like, you know. So yeah, Devin Haney's getting overrated now. A lot of people on his meat. Uh, like imagine being a Devin Haney hater. Now you're back on his meat and you just slurping semen. Like, come on, bro. Like y'all don't got no dignity, no backbone. Like y'all don't stand for nothing. Y'all don't stand on nothing. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people slurping Devin Haney's meat, and it's just pretty sad because had you guys, if you guys were real people, you guys wouldn't have been pushing narratives, pushing like having an agenda, lying all the time. You guys would be like, oh yo, I don't believe in being Norm Jr. Like If you say you don't believe in being on Junior as a hater, you're clearly saying, yo, Devin Haney's gonna win. You just don't want to say it the right way. So it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, you could don't like people as much as you want to, but it's either two things for me. If you don't want to tell the truth, ignore it. But when you capping, that's when it shows your true color. It shows what type of person you is. Like, and on this side, I don't roll like that, bro. Feel me? I'm not a Devin Haney guy. I don't fuck with Devin Haney. I don't fuck with Bill Haney. But one thing I won't be doing is capping just to, I don't know, to fit the narrative. Nah, fuck that. I mean, it's either I tell the truth or I ignore it. Straight like that, bro. Straight like that. Nah, that was the Devin Haney and B Norm. Devin Haney right now, they chasing the Rolly fight. Rolly's not going to fight Devin Haney. Every time they ask Rolly about Devin Haney, Rolly always have an excuse. He's never a competitor when Devin Haney names come up. He clearly knows that it's a hard fight. He has to chase Devin Haney. It's like the skill set, his skill set versus Devin Haney's skill set is not a fair matchup. His only chance of winning is landing a shot that hurt Devin Haney or landing a shot that knocks him out. And once he hurts Devin Haney, and then he gotta go for the kill or for the stoppage. So he's not too confident on his chances versus Devin Haney. So that's a fight that I don't see it happening because how much money will Rody ask? Does he have a ducking price? I don't know. Ask for like 30 mil guaranteed or something. Yeah, Rody do not want to fight Devin Haney. Like he's never been fond of fighting Devin Haney. That's not a fight that he ever wants. He never showed that need. So yeah, so Devin Haney and I'm trying to fight B Norm. I mean not B Norm. Devin Haney and I'm trying to fight Rody. They need to go ahead and unify the division because that division is dirt. It's one of the worst divisions in boxing. So they need to unify the division, and have an undisputed champion at that weight division. So that way we get to see the best of the best fights at that weight division. Because if they don't do that, it's gonna be a lot of ducking. Rolly them ain't trying to fight Haney. Barrios ain't trying to fight B Norm Jr. Like we ain't trying to see all that, bruh. Feel me? And another thing, a lot of y'all at 40 need to move up to 47. Why is y'all so scared of 47? Jerron Boots Ennis is no longer at 47. Y'all just seen B Norm Jr. lose at 47. Like, what y'all waiting on? The two guys that y'all was scared of at that weight division no longer. One is no longer there, and the other one just literally coming off of L. So that should give y'all confidence. I know in boxing and combat sport, y'all need to see somebody lose to build confidence. Y'all need to see somebody look bad to build confidence. Y'all need to see something negative from y'all opponent to build confidence, to feel confident. You guys do not want to be the first one to defeat a fighter. You guys don't want to be the first one to go undisputed from your generation. It's like it's never the first for y'all because it just shows like the confidence, the because a real competitor do not want to face a fighter unless they're 100%. Why would I? For what? If I beat you, I can't feel the win. Now if I beat you 100%, there's no PEDs involved. Everything is fair play. There's no weight bullying. There's no judges cheating. There's no referees cheating. It's just me versus you. Fair play. Like they do not want that because at the end of the day, like if you got to get on PEDs to fight a fighter, that just says like how much you trust in yourself. You got to take PEDs. That's the trust right there. That's a confidence right there. A real competitor ain't hop. A real competitor will not hop on no PEDs for what? What I need PEDs for? I just need my belief, my heart, my mind, my natural talent, preparation, the whole nine things that makes a competitor, bro. So A lot of these fighters do not want to fight unless they have an advantage. Weight bullying, PDs, drugs, steroids, you know, home team advantage. Like they need their advantages to fight other fighters. I'm highly confused we're in a barbaric sport. It's supposed to be me versus you now to where you don't want to fight anybody in the sport if you don't have an advantage. It's like at that point, are you even a competitor? Because a competitor would not want to fight a fighter unless that fighter is at 100%. Even if a real competitor fights somebody, then find out that that fighter wasn't at 100%, you're like, damn, he mad, he's sad about that. Like, you feel me? Like, that's a real competitor. Like, majority of people like in combat sport are not competitors. They are not competitors because if you're always looking for an advantage to even sign a contract to fight somebody, like what we talking about, bro? For you to sign a contract to fight, you need to see the advantages. If you don't see no advantages, you're not gonna fight. Coward. That's not a competitor because you want to be fighting people that's not on the same level as you. You want to fight people that's coming. You want to fight people that's coming off losses. You want to fight people that coming off surgeries, coming off all type of stuff that hinders them from fighting at their 100%. Like, you know, that's when you want to fight. Yeah, you see how it is in combat sport. It's sad because it's a barbaric sport. You would think these dude is just beyond confident. They don't need no handouts. Like they always need handouts in boxing. Oh, this person, he moves too much. Bro, I don't hear people in basketball talking about some Steph Curry shoot too much. He needs to be dunking and catching catching bodies on some Vince Carter stuff, on some, you know, LeBron stuff. We don't hear people say that. So it's like um in football, we don't hear people say, yo, um running backs run too much. They need to be catching the ball more. Like we ain't trying to see that. Like we don't see that. People in different sports, they play to their advantages, and we don't hear on the other side whether it's the players and the people that's outside of the sport crying and saying, "Oh, this person he's moving too fast. He's moving. He's too strong. He needs to be using less power. This and that. Like use less speed." We don't hear that. But in boxing, oh, this person moves too much. Oh, this person ain't got no power. This person hold too much, bro. That guy is not obligated to do what you want them to do. You want that fighter to fight your fight, you go out there and make the person fight your fight. Because at the end of the day, last time that I checked, the greatest fighters, they're all able to adapt and adjust. If you can't adapt and adjust, how you about to be a great? Like, feel me? You can't adjust uh to things and you can't adapt. Like what we talking about? How like the greatest fighters were all able to adapt and adjust, bro. They're not crabbing and crying about stuff. They're going out there. Okay, um they cannot win that fight. Okay, boom, they finna switch up the game plan. Like what happened? Like when Duran made Leonard fight his fight, what happened? He lost, right? But when Leonard got back to his senses and made Duran fight his fight, what happened? He lost. Like he was frustrated. Instead of adapting and adjusting, like he said forget it and quit the fight. So a real competitor is not gonna quit. A real competitor is, while he's in the paint, he's going to adapt and adjust, find a way to win. It's always a way to win if you believe it. I'm saying that's what a real competitor is. Like um a real competitor ain't trying to find no handouts, ain't trying to ask for no handouts, ain't looking for no way out. The competitor only way is win. I'm saying that's the only way, adapting and adjusting, Um, you know, not getting caught by the same type of stuff 24/7. You know, switching up the game plan. Like it's just IQ stuff, bro. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these fighters had to dig deep and use the IQ, use the skills, use everything that they needed to win fights. And yeah, that's the difference between a great fighter and a good fighter. A good fighter ain't doing all that, bro. A great fighter, they're doing everything that needs to be done for them to win. And I'm talking about fair play type of things, right? Um, yeah. So a lot of these fighters lack IQ. They do not know how to adapt and adjust, and then they be having horrible corners. Like it's like I question things from fighters, but then again, I'm looking at the corner like, yo, the fighter showing me that he lacks IQ, cannot adapt and adjust. But then again, the people that's supposed to help him, which is the corners, they can't even help him. So it's like, damn, you lacking stuff, and then your team is lacking stuff. Like, sheesh. Feel me? So, yeah, a lot of people in boxing be crying, oh, this dude moved too much, this and that. But then Lomachenko is not a knockout artist. Why? I ain't used to hear y'all violating Lomachenko, calling him pillow fisted, right? It's a lot of fighters that ain't having power for real, like, but they don't criticize them fighters. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this, bro. In boxing, it's a lot of crabbing and crying about different styles of fighting, but they pick and choose. It's favoritism. They being biased because when their fighters not getting knockouts, it's okay. He's displaying his skills, but other fighters they're not getting knockouts as a problem. And then in a sport of boxing, boxers get penalized for however whatever they do. Remember, it's favoritism, is biasness. They're not being truthfully honest. So boxers get penalized, but how many times have we been seeing knockout artists go in the ring and don't get a knockout? And do we hear the boxing community violating knockout artists for not getting knockouts? Because prime example, B Norman, Devin Haney. If B Norman's getting slack, the number one reason he should be getting slack for should be because he's a knockout artist and he did not even land a devastating power shot, not even to the body or nothing that we could have been like, damn, that looked like a game winner, right? So it's like, why don't in the boxing community people don't violate on knockout artists that's not getting knockouts, but the boxers, it don't matter what they do. The boxers get shamed for not having power, for moving too much, for not. It's like they create stuff. I just want the I just want the stuff to be fair. Know what I'm saying? I just want it to be fair because at the end of the day, people keep saying, "Oh, pillow fisted." Bro, if these fighters are pillow fisted, why are they um being defensive? Why are they being responsible defensively? Why is your hands up? Why are you slipping punches? Why are you pulling back? Like, why are you rolling with the punches? Why? Just sit there and just eat the punches because so nobody's gonna be worrying about a pillow hitting them. A pillow fist, right? It's not gonna hurt you. It's like paper, like like a sheet of paper. You smack somebody with a sheet of paper, there's no damage. Like you're not gonna feel nothing. So at the end of the day, people keep talking about this pillow fist. All right, pillow fist this, right? When you win a fight, put your hands down. Defensively, don't do nothing defensively. Just sit there. Whatever comes. But on the offensive end, you can go ahead and use your hands and use all the skills. And on the defensive end, bro, just don't do nothing. Sit there and block with your face. Block punches with your face. Then we'll see. There's a reason why people don't do that. But they keep talking about some pillow fisted and oh no power, this and that. Okay, show us that you can last 12 rounds, which with you not being uh responsible on a defensive end, like pillow fist. Like, they keep talking about that, but they won't do what I'm saying. Like, so we know how that worked. People keep talking about pillow fist this, pillow fist that. Okay, show us how much of a pillow fist, because at the end of the day, B Norm was saying that Devin Haney couldn't hurt him. Devin Haney hurt him with a shot. Then he put his hands up, and then he hit him with a straight right, and then he went down. Like, ever since he got hurt, before he went down, like, the fight was done there. Like, it was done. Like, he was being timid. Every time he get hit, like, he start you could look and see, like, what's going on through his head. Like, maybe he freeze up or something. Maybe he's like, I don't know, he got cold feet or something. But yeah, like, um yeah, so Devin Haney did what he should have did, and me, I'm not about to be talking about Devin Haney as if he just went and beat a Boots Ennis, a Laura 60, somebody that we know. Okay, boom, like that, and that's, more of a promise or solidify, like somebody that solidified. I don't know, cause people be giving anybody credit, so I'm not with that. So Devin Haney did what he should have done. Now, we'll see, like, what's next. You know what I mean? Now, for the Abdullah Mason fight, Abdullah Mason, he's next up. Um, Mason is a fighter that is a dog. Like, he got the mentality of somebody that's in the ring to show you, like, he's like that. Like, but he still got the skill set to show the skills. Abdullah Mason got the skill set to show that skills pay the bills. But in that fight, I just noticed that he's more of a dog type of fighter. Like, he want to go to war, but he doesn't need to. Because one thing about going to war, you don't need to be going to war with people that's not even on your level. Because that's like a waste of time, a waste of resources, waste of everything. Know what I mean? That fight, Abdullah Mason should have made way cleaner. He should have been probing, lead hand control, angles, blinding this guy. Like, because one thing about with Abdullah Mason jab, it's the same speed, it's the same way. He gotta slow it down, speed it up, different looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, use different jabs in different places. Like, confuse the fighter. Don't just throw the same type of jab. Then he throwing mid range jabs, getting countered. Of course, Abdullah Mason is improving on the defensive end, but I did not like what I seen from that fight, because a lot of the stuff that he was getting hit with is stuff that he should not be getting hit with, because it's not like he was getting set up. It was just getting countered, and just him being too heavy on the front foot, him not being responsible defensively, knowing that whenever you throw a punch, you're always gonna get countered. So yeah, so it's like he wasn't listening to his corner. He just wanted to dog it out, and Abdullah Mason he's just too skills. He's just too he got too much skills for him to be making a easy fight, turning an easy fight into a dog fight. If it was a dog fight, it should have been a dog fight for Sam Notes, not the other way around. It was a good fight. Um, Very entertaining. It was a good fight. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see how they going with Abdullah Mason, because he definitely need to slow it down, work on the things that he need to work on, give him the proper amount of time. even if they don't, Abdullah makes it still a problem. Um, he showed that he got heart. He showed that he got a chin. He showed that he got skills. For me, he showed, and then he's young too, so the sky's the limit. So, we'll see. But Abdullah got to keep working. There's a lot of things that he got to add to his game. Me personally, the number one thing that I notice about Abdullah Mason is he lacks pure boxing skills. When I say pure boxing skills, I'm talking about him being able to box somebody head off. Like that's what I seen that he lacked. Does he have it? Yes, but for me, if you don't use it, it's like it's lacking because you're supposed to know how to use it during fights and when you need to, because that's what separates the good fighters and the great fighters. You know when to do things when needed. You know what I mean? When a fighter's trying to brawl, you turn that fighter into a boxer. When a fighter's trying to fight, you turn a fight into a boxing exhibition. Like fighter want to brawl, you box. Fighter want to box, you brawl. Like yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know what's up with these new fighters, man. It's like these is things that like they supposed to know as a professional fighter, but these peoples don't be in sports for sports. They be in it for the fame, for what comes with it. Like, hey, that's what we dealing with nowadays, man. You feel me? So next up, we got Benavidez and Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard is just so stiff, and he's just such a builder type of boxer. It's like first of all, he needs to lose weight. He's too robotic with his footwork. Like he move with his movement is so stiff and like it doesn't have rhythm to me. And then his whole style of fighting is like it's just not a style of fighting that I just like. It just gives me a style of fighting. You just in there you to be in there and you're not in there to win, because he did not do nothing in that fight for him to win. Like nothing, no setup. He wasn't loading up on his punches. He was fighting off the back foot, staying in the corner, like eating shots. It's like there's nothing that Anthony Yard did that showed that he wanted to win that fight. Or like his corner is not good. He needs to switch it up, or if it's too much loyalty going there, demote somebody, bro. Because you don't have to get rid of people. You could take somebody off and just if they were at starter, now they on a bench, like they still a part of the team. Yeah, you got to do that. But Benavidez did what he should have done, just like I did with Devin Haney. I'm not about to um, overweight, overrate a win because of who they fought. Like that person has to be a person that we rate, and with the Benavidez, that's somebody that we do rate, but not that much, because we never seen Anthony Yard get over the hump. Every time he faced one of them guys, like he always looked it always ended up disappointing. Like, like damn, this guy could have done way more. He could have did better. So it's always been like that. So Anthony Yard did it again with Benavidez, and Benavidez did what he should have done with a Yard. Somebody that you cannot trust. Somebody that cannot go out there and lock in for the whole fight and clutching up and winning the fight. Yeah, Benavidez did what he should have done. Um, He's been on a pound for pound for me. So it's not like I'm putting him on my pound for pound now just based off the win. Yeah, he's been on there, and Benavidez gonna keep climbing the ladder, and we just gonna be here to see like what's the moves. You feel me? Now with that being said, um yeah, 75, man. It's a good division. I want to see the 68 pounders move up to 75 to make the weight division even better. You feel me? Cause 75 is catching steam, man. You feel me? The 68 pounders need to move up, man. Stop being scared. They need to move up. Stop being scary, man. Cause at the end of the day, if you keep running from competition, man, when you finally get hit, it's gonna be bad for you, man. Cause like cause you was ducking smoke. When the smoke finally push up on you, like it ain't nothing you could do, cause you don't ran around the whole world, like now you cornered in the corner, like it's GG's for you, man. It's GG's, cuz. Now, boxing been kind of, like we've been hearing about the same things in the sport of boxing, like nothing new for real. You feel me? So yeah, we just laid back trying to see what's up with this boxing shit though. Now, start up with the news. With the news. I've been pulling up. Oh my god, my I'm about to die, cuz. Let me see. What the heck? Alright, cuz. Let's talk some boxing. Let's talk some boxing. Make sure y'all follow my Twitter, man. This is a new Twitter page. These so-called tough guys on the internet, these so-called anti-black racists, they got my page deleted on Twitter. I had to make a new one, all because I was trying to press the issue. I wanted to, I wanted them to show me how much of a hater they were, and I wanted them to show me how much they hate black people, how much of a anti-black racist they are, and I was trying to get in contact with them and have a professional about or a fight, a sparring match, and they felt threatened because I wanted to challenge them in the ring, and they got my Twitter page deleted. They also got my YouTube shadow banned. They reported my YouTube. It's a lot of police activities they doing. Just recently, yesterday, they got my Instagram page deleted. So, remind you, these are tough people. They're people that hate black people. They are anti-black racists. They don't like black people. They hate black people. They want to see black people dead. But me on this end, I want them to show me the hate. I want them to make me feel the hate, but they don't want to make me feel it. They don't want to show me the hate because at the end of the day, it's a lot of coons and sellout on it on this earth within the black race. It's a lot of coons and sellouts within the black race. And on this side, it ain't none of that going on. We standing on business. I'm with my peoples. I'm standing with my peoples for life. Like I'm black for life, and we identify as black. We identify as African. That's what we is. Pro black, Pan Africanism, all that. So he going against that, bro. It's up. Like you feel me? So they got my page deleted. My Twitter's been deleted. This a new one. Make sure y'all follow. Yesterday they got my Instagram deleted. They been had my YouTube shadow ban. They reported my page, all because I want the smoke. Because I'm hate for hate. Like I always tell people, I'm not doing pushing hate towards no groups of people, no individuals and stuff like that. But you push hate towards mine, bro. Just know, you know what I'm saying? We hate for hate. You push hate towards my peoples. I'm pushing hate towards yours. We matching the energy, eye for an eye. Like it ain't no sliding, no giving passes, no none of that. You want to be a positive individual, push positivity, bro. Don't be pushing hate toward black people and then expect not to expect a black person to come see about what you're talking about, bro. Because at the end of the day, y'all be around a bunch of coons, a bunch of sellouts that don't care. They wish they were never black. And you know what I'm saying, when you come around somebody that's proud to be black, like they not giving you no passes for disrespecting their race. Like we ain't doing that. I mean, so we know how that go. Next up in the news, man. Next up in the news, man. We got
performance against Ramirez was. I'm just being honest. Like his performance against Ramirez was really difficult to watch. And although he beat Brian Norman, and it's a massive achievement, I just think that he's not fighting to his capabilities. I think he's gun shy. But I still, you know, if you listen to my interviews, what I say is I give him respect.
See, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. A lot of people don't get. Like in boxing, it's about race, national. It's in boxing. It's about race, nationality, and pride. Like first thing that we heard Eddie Hearn talking about. Oh, he's gun shy. He did not fight to his abilities. Like he's just bringing Devin Haney down. Because one, Devin Haney he's not of his race, nor is he of a race that is people are like so you know Edward Hearn is just being racially biased and being very he's pushing an agenda, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't hear Edward Hearn talking about Canelo like this. We don't hear Edward Hearn violating Canelo. I wonder why. Because when it comes to like black fighters, Edward Hearn is always there just trying to say certain racist stuff, just like he did with Gervonta Davis talking about, oh, he don't know how to. He's basically saying he's not articulate, like he's not smart. He's missing he's missing something. Like he's just basically saying he's just a dude from the ghetto that's just dumb, right? So this what he's doing. But me personally, uh I don't care about it because one, Devin Haney and Bill Haney always come to the public with their problems. They already be having their agendas, their plans, and whatever they want to do. They come to the public with it, expect the public to go to war about their issues. Soon as they're able to make money, soon as they're able to get something materialistic from the situation, whether it's money, power, and fame, you see them switch up, right? So same stuff with the Oscar Ryan stuff. He was Bill Haney and Devin Haney was claiming, oh, Oscar Ryan a racist, he's a cheater. Behind closed doors, these dudes is texting each other, they're dapping each other up. Like I thought you was just trying to make it seem as if no supporters of yours should be talking to Oscar Ryan, texting Oscar Ryan, supporting Oscar Ryan. You can't do nothing positive towards Oscar Ryan, but yet for money, power, and fame, you buddy with them, right? You buddy with your female saying, "Oh, he's a racist, this, he's that." But you see him in real life, it ain't no smoke. It's just get money time. Like, you feel me? So I don't want people to be following Devin Haney and Bill Haney because they don't stand for stuff. It's two coons that just cosplaying as, oh, they're for the people, they're with the people. What the fuck do they do for the people? What the fuck do they do with the people? Nothing. They just only use the black card when it's beneficial to them. But when it comes to fighting against different stuff, they never showed that they were willing to fight for the people, for the cause, and none of that. They never have, because look at this stuff. Um Asta Ryan tried to get rid of him inside the ring by coming in a fight in the most dangerous sport, overweight and on drugs. Like, he was on PEDs, he was on steroids. Like, and you're okay with giving Asta Ryan a pass, along with what he did to you, along with the hate that he was pushing towards your people. You're okay with letting that go, but you was just trying to cancel other people for trying to either was doing the interviews or did an interview or was interacting. Like, you didn't want nobody um get doing anything positive with or for Asta Ryan. But yeah, when it comes time for it, money's involved. You hee ha ha. So yeah, just like with the Eddie Hearn, like, I'm telling you, like, Devin Haney and Bill Haney is two sellouts that's only going to be using the race. And whenever it is beneficial to them, they gonna be talking, oh, black men this, black men that. Y'all ass ain't no pro black. Y'all ain't no pan African. Y'all ain't with the pan Africanism movement, bro. It's like, y'all only come around when it's when you guys trying to reap the benefits of being black, bro. Whenever y'all want to use the victim card, that's when they pop out. Because Eddie Hearn, when Devin Haney was crying about going to that fight in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, versus Conor Ben and Chris Eubank, the first fight, Devin Haney was saying, oh, he didn't get tickets to the fight or something like that, or he hit up Eddie and Eddie ain't hit him up on time, like he hit him up a day after, like. But then after that, he was crying to the internet. However that situated, he was back right. He ha ha with Eddie Hearn. But then he was trying to expose him that day. It's like, bro, he's always been doing that. Same thing with Turkey and them. Like, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson crying about not being main event, but they not crying about the money. Like, telling the public, oh, they don't know why they not main event. Why y'all not going towards Turkey saying, yo, I'm not fighting unless I'm main event? Because Turkey and them using Shakur and Devin Haney's name. It's been what, 2 fights now, right? So, and they not main event. It's like, then why are you crying to the internet, coming here talking about some woo woo this that, when y'all not going and checking Turkey, bro? Because you're the person that they're using your name, right? So if your name is being used to sell a fight, why are you not main event? Clearly you're being used, but you're not crying to the dude that's doing it, but you're crying to the internet trying to play both sides, bro. It just shows you, like, these dudes, bro, watch out for them. Know what I mean? And the Shakur Stevenson, the Devin Haney's, bro. It's a lot of these black fighters that only talk about black people stuff when it's beneficial to them, bro. You know what I'm saying? You would catch him on a live with Asta Ryan a day after he went on the racial tirade. You know what I mean? With the day he ha ha and this and that, trying to play, they doing security for the racists, bro. Feel me? So, yo, this stuff is not know what I mean? So we not doing that, bro. We're not doing that.
I'm just being honest. Like, his performance against Ramirez was really difficult to watch. And although he beat Brian Norman, and it's a massive achievement, I just think that he's not fighting to his capabilities. I think he's gun shy. But I still, if you listen to my interviews, what I say is I give him respect. He deserves that respect and credit because he's a 3-division world champion. He is a good fighter, but I just don't think he's exciting to watch. I don't think he's going to be a draw.
See, that's what I'm saying. They always, that's the racist talking point. He's not a draw. Like, Inoue fought 4 times this year. Not one of his fights had people out of their seat, or whenever Inoue is fighting or after he fights, people talking about him 24/7, bro. So how come we're not talking about how people is not as excited as y'all making it seem for Inoue and the other people's, like, you feel me? But you keep saying they not a draw. Like, where's Inoue pay-per-view numbers for his fights? Like, you feel me? Like, how come they only be pushing this not a draw, or you can't sell fights, you don't have no power, pillow fist, you move too much for black fighters, but for the non-black fighters, there's never no, oh, this dude, he ain't job enough. Oh, he, like, that racially biased stuff is like, bro, people be letting it slide in boxing. It's like, yo, you can clearly see the words that they're using. Oh, he's not a draw. He's not exciting. Like, what you trying to say? Because it's a bunch of non-black fighters that are not knockout artists, and we don't hear y'all trying to diminish what they've done. Or every time they fight and you guys coming around, oh, this, that, you guys only bring up the negative side of it when it comes to the black fighters. But you don't have to listen to me, because at the end of the day, Devin Haney and them ain't fighting for stuff like that. Shakur Stevenson ain't fighting for stuff like that. These dudes is just going with the money, power, and fame. So guess what? A dude like Edward Hearn will always be able to do this, and there's nothing that's gonna be done about it, because the boxers in a sport that can do something about it won't do nothing, because they do not care about none of that stuff. They only care about money, power, and fame, bro. Straight like that.
Outside of getting paid for those Saudi events. And I think if that stopped, you'd see that quite quickly. But he's a very good fighter. He's tough to beat. But if you think that was exciting to watch, you're telling porcupines.
That's what I'm saying. Devin Haney's gonna talk about what Eddie Hearn is saying on here, but he's not gonna check Eddie about it, bro. Because these dudes, they're sellouts, and yeah, they just don't never want to step to the people that's cutting the checks. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, a motherfucker could be cutting a check as much as he want to. He disrespect you, your race, your nationality, your pride, your religion. It's just certain things that boundaries should not be crossed, because at the end of the day, you're not about to be disrespecting God, and I'm in your presence. Like, ain't none of that going on, bro. Ain't what? Like, you get checked real in within a second, boy. Like, what you say? You feel me? Like, come on. So because of money, power, and fame, you're about to allow somebody to be disrespecting God, disrespecting Jesus, and you just sitting around when you can voice your opinion, and you rather not, because, man, that dude is the one cutting the check. Like, man, y'all don't got no backbone, y'all don't stand on nothing, bro. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, these dudes, bro, that's why I be trying to tell y'all, bro, follow God. Don't be following no human being, bro, because at the end of the day, we know hey, we know how they rocking, bro. You feel me? So we know how that be. It's just tough. That's tough. No. What the heck? Next up in the news, we got Terrence Crawford back in the news, man. Terrence Crawford Terrence Crawford saying he want 100M. Like, you feel me? Like, that boy want that bad. He want that bad. 100M. Like, you feel me? So that boy want 100M. Like, boy deserve. Like, you feel me? Like, that boy should have had 100M the first fight. He really should be asking for 300M right now. But I'm actually surprised Canelo is in negotiations for the rematch versus Crawford. It's like, it just shows you it's two things. It's either he's like, yo, to the point where he's like, okay, first of all, I'm going against a great fighter, and I wouldn't mind getting my rematch now because I done already lost already in his fights that I lost that they gifted me the wins. So I'm thinking about it, is did he get to a point where he's super competitive now that he's going against an all-time great? Like, because of Crawford showing him how a real competitor should operate, he done grew some balls to where he like, yeah, I done been in there with a dude that that's super competitive. Nah, it done sparked my my competitiveness. Like, I wonder, is it that, or Canelo's looking like there's nobody else that he's gonna make crazy amount of money with other than Benavidez, because Bivol is not gonna be a bigger fight. Better BF not gonna be a bigger fight. So it's only Crawford one and then Benavidez, and really that Benavidez fight could have been bigger than Crawford, but now it won't be anymore because he lost, and a lot of interest done lost in that fight. Uh, it's it's getting it's getting too long now. It's been years. But yeah, other than Crawford, it's only Benavidez, so it must be for the money. But I still, it's still kind of shocking to me that he's trying to fight a Crawford, knowing that his team been keeping Canelo away from those type of boxers, black boxers, um, the great ones, of course. Um, yeah, so they been said how they were going to strategically move with Canelo's career the last couple of years. So I'm surprised they're in talks to fight in Crawford. So yeah, Crawford and them want 100M. Like Crawford asking for 100 million.
There's nothing else for Crawford to do. If they don't, let me say this one last. If they don't give him 100 million, if you don't hear them giving him 100 million, it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Y'all heard it here, folks.
Those are those your words or is those Crawford words? Them is Crawford's words. Ooh.
Y'all heard it here first.
Why you up? He's just
Crawford won 100M. You want 100 million. Like, let's see if that goes down. And knowing Crawford, like, cause it's like he just said that there's nothing else for Crawford to do. But knowing Crawford, I know he's trying to get that one fight in. 9 out of 10, if he don't get Canelo, he's trying to be undisputed at 60. Yeah, Crawford is a top tier competitor, and I know he's trying to get undisputed at 160. So, let's see if he get the fight. Let's see if he gets the Canelo fight happen, and once that happen, what he do after. If the Canelo fight don't happen, then does he stay for 2 more fights or just force these dudes to go undisputed and then fight whoever got the most belts? You know what I mean? Unify the division. Yeah, we'll see, man. Next up in the news, man, we got Shakur Twitterson, man. Mr. Chatty Patty. Now, him and Devin Haney was going back and forth on some. So, and then, like, Shakur Stevenson's such a groupie. Like, he's a fan. Like, it's like, I don't understand the things with Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Keyshawn Davis, Richardson Hitchens. Like, all these dudes that came up around each other in the boxing scene, they're all weird as heck. Bro, do you want to be friends with somebody or you want to be enemy? Because you're in a barbaric sport. Y'all don't have to be friends no way. It's better not to be friends no anyways. You feel me? So it's like 1 second Devin Haney is talking about Shakur Stevenson's mom. Shakur Stevenson talking about Devin Haney's father. Next second they're friends. Next second they beefing. It's like, what y'all groupie ass dudes got going on? It's like, bro, is you guys doing some WWE, some Love and Hip Hop, some fake reality TV stuff, or you guys is like, what we doing? Like, know what I mean? So Shakur Stevenson saying, I'm seeing a lot of Dev fans back outside. Where y'all was at when they was dragging his name through the mud? It's like, okay, like, okay. Feel me? He's saying that as if like that's how you know Shakur Stevenson's a groupie, man. It ain't nothing to say about what he just said. You just a groupie. Like, why are you even worried about that? Anyways, like, you need to be worried about fighting him at 47. He's talking about everything else except fighting Devin Haney at 47, bro. Like, and then Devin Haney responded and said, "These people's love you, then hate you, then love you again. I don't care what they say." Okay. Now, Shakur Stevenson responded and said, "F him. Keep doing what you doing. If the stars align for us to meet, we will. Other than that, enjoy your win. If the stars align, meaning that the opportunity has to present itself. You're talking as if you're not a three weight division champ. You're not a current champ. You're not like one of those guys in boxing, bro. This guy's just shows you like all this competitor stuff that he be chatting about. You ain't show us yet. You ain't show us none of that, bro. You feel me? Cause it's like when they ask you about fighting Devin Haney, if I'm not mistaken, the fight was supposed to they was talking about the fight at 40 or 47, one of those weight classes. It wasn't gonna be at 35. You said no. If the fight is not at 35, if I'm not mistaken, you won't fight him, right? You said that the ship sailed. I basically it's not gonna happen. But you be talking about those daring to be great. We haven't seen you dare to be great yet. Like, you're not Crawford. You around Crawford. You know Crawford, like all that. Crawford, the proving that he's like that. Shakur Stevenson got the skill set. He got accolades, but he hasn't proven to us that he's on a level of a Crawford. When I'm talking about a level of a Crawford, daring to be great, because he's picking and choosing just like these other boxers. Why don't he want to fight Devin Haney at 47? Why? But you want to fight Conor Ben at 47, which is Devin Haney versus Shakur. That's one of the biggest fights. Two of the best of their generation. Yeah, if we can't get Shakur versus Tank, why not Shakur versus Devin Haney? But nah, he not trying to do that. It's a reason why Shakur Stevenson won't fight Gary Antoine Russell at 40. What he waiting on? A bunch of these dudes at 35. Move up to 40 and make 40 better than this already is. Like, know what I'm saying? A bunch of these dudes ducking smoke at 40. Move to 40, bro. Ain't nothing at 35. 35, lead that division for Abdullah Mason and the rest of them young pups, man. Y'all need to move up to 40 and make it um make it the best division. Yeah, because as of right now, the best division is 54. Feel me? So yeah, a lot of these dudes at 47 is ducking for 54. A lot of these dudes at 40 ducking 47. A lot of these dudes at 35 don't want to move up to 40. Like, come on, bro. We got a lot of dudes at 40 that needs to be at 47. We got dudes at 47 that need to be going to 54. Like a Connor Ben that's trying to bully his way back to 47. Like, bro, 54 is right there. All the smoke that you want is right there. Like, you feel me? Like, man, he talking about if the stars align. Like, what? Feel me? Like, Shakur Stevenson be moving wacky, bro. Feel me? Um, yeah, it just shows you like he be doing all this chit chatting, bro. But he don't want to fight Devin Haney at 47. Like, and I don't know why the fans not calling him out about that shit. Like, Shakur be doing all this chit chat. He the toughest dude on planet Earth, but don't want to fight Devin Haney at 40. I mean 47. Look at this. Like, look at this. Devin Haney talking about Shakur's mother. You know what I'm saying? Now it's all this shit. Like, these dudes is fraudulent, bro. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And Shakur be doing all this chit chatting, bro. He's just a groupie. Shakur just a groupie, man. As y'all can see in the comments, dog. I might have to retweet this though. I mean, like, it's crazy. Yeah, like I said, man. As you guys see, I said Shakur Stevenson not willing to fight Devin Haney at 47, but he's willing to fight Conor Ben at 47. I said, why are combat sport athletes so scary? They refuse to fight anybody if they do not have any advantages. A real competitor wants to fight their opponent at 100%. Factual information, like a real competitor, bro, do not want to fight anybody that's not 100%, bro. Because when you get that win, you know you earn that. It was no handouts. You know what I'm saying? And then I responded again. I said, fighters do not want to fight unless their opponent coming off a loss, looking terrible, getting old, barely winning, and other advantages. A real competitor wants their opponent at their best. No excuses. New age combat sport athletes are some cowards. That's a fact because these dudes do not want to fight unless they seeing a fighter showing that they no longer have a chin. A fighter slowing down, they gassing out. A fighter, skill set is they done been through so many wars, like they starting to look like they starting to look regular. They always looking for advantages, like to fight. You feel me? So it's like a real competitor ain't doing all that, bruh. A real competitor not aging somebody out. A real competitor ain't putting nobody on no damn rehydration clause and just weight stipulations and just a whole bunch of stuff to take away from that fighter being 100%. Like, they be waiting till fighters get off an injury, get off a loss, losing back to back, looking suspect, barely winning. It's like they always looking for advantages to fight fighters in the side because it's like this supposed to be a barbaric sport to where every fighter should have the confidence of knowing that they can defeat any and everybody fair and square. Like, um, yeah, it's just combat sport, bro. Next up in the news, we got some interesting. Uh, this is very interesting. So we got
And I was a big fan of his father's also. But like you said, it's ridiculous. So he can talk all he wants. Let Connor Ben hasn't even won so much as the fucking British title. He's never won the Commonwealth title. He's sure as hell never won the European.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, this type of topic should be talked about so much in boxing. It just shows you why boxing is not a top 10 sport. It just don't have no structure. Like, it's the wild, wild west. Anything goes in boxing. Everybody for themselves. It's a free for all. Because Akana Ben is talking as if he done accomplished something in boxing. Like he never been a champion. Or over there in the UK, the lowest levels like the Commonwealth champion, the all the belts that they have over there in the UK, he has never won anything, and he's talking as if he done something in boxing. It just shows you like that's the sport that we're in. Like you think that's the sport that should be top 10 sport because at the end of the day, it's like somebody on a bench in another sport acting like he's he's a part of the best. Like you feel me? That's or somebody on the bench acting like he Michael Jordan or something like, or he Tom Brady. Like you feel me? Like that's what happens in the sport of boxing, and people don't violate whoever. It don't matter who it is, if you like them or not. At the end of the day, bro, you don't start talking like you like that if you're on a bench, Brody. You can't talk to a starter if you on a bench. Like you're not even like, come on, bro. Like man, only in boxing, dog.
I got nothing against Connor Ben, and I was a big fan of his father's also. But like you said, it's ridiculous. So he can talk all he wants. Let Connor Ben hasn't even won so much as a fucking British title. He's never won the Commonwealth title. He's sure as hell never won the European title. Correct. And he sure has.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not winning the European titles, which is like lower level titles when it comes to if we ranking on that side, they got their own European titles, and then above that is world championships. You know the sanctioning bodies that's been holding it down for years. He hasn't been a champion.
I got nothing against Connor Ben, and I was a big fan of his father's also. But like you said, it's ridiculous. So he can talk all he wants. Let Connor Ben hasn't even won so much as a fucking British title. He's never won the Commonwealth title. He's sure as hell never won the European title. Correct. And he sure has not won a world title. And as you said, he did a suspension for a blatant PED violation. And
that's what I'm saying. Like this is how people should be violating these fighters. That first of all, you're a drug cheater that never won nothing in boxing. Like, why are you talking as if you're not a drug cheater and you're solidified in the sport of boxing? Like you done accomplished things. You got accolades in the sport of boxing. Yeah, people be fanned out. They're not boxing supporters. They're fighter supporters. Like you see how they be gang banging fighters. Like you got people that's DHP. You got people that's Inoue gang. You know, Junto Nakatani gang, the Boots gang, the Crawford gang. It's a bunch of gang banging going on in the sport of boxing. Um, yeah, so a lot of people don't be speaking the truth, but like, yeah, this how exactly how people should be talking to a guy like a Conor Ben, a drug cheater that haven't even accomplished nothing in the sport. You feel me? Or we're talking about the sport. We're not talking about his outside of the sport, like his materialistic stuff. Like that's not a part of the sport, buddy. You know what I mean? He's not fighting for free. He's a prize fighter. I mean, whatever else he does with his prize money ain't got nothing to do with us, bro. We talking about what you have done in the sport. Cause you know he one of those dudes that want to talk about the bet that he won against Chris Eubank and what he did. We ain't worrying about none of that. Tell us why is Conor Ben ducking Boots Ennis? Why is Conor Ben ducking 54? Know what I mean? Tell us that.
Yes, obviously you can't take away the win he had against Eubank a couple weeks ago. But by the way, let's not forget he lost in the fight against Eubank in the first one they had. So, they're out there, and I understand it. He's spreading his wings a little bit. He's preening like the peacock with his tail out off the big win. But Devin Haney's got more accomplishment in his little finger as a professional boxer than Conor Ben has in his entire body.
Yep.
I got nothing against Conor Ben.
That's exactly how people should be talking to dudes like, the Conor Benz and stuff. Now, next up in the news, we got Dan back at it again. He's speaking the truth to a known racist boxer. Now, he said 60 times a allowable level ends in a trace amount. That's something I've learned in reporting on drug testing almost as long as you've been alive. Couldn't care less about your political views, but that said, I never went on a live stream and used the N word a dozen times or profess hatred for black people and Muslims like you did. Three, job wise, I'm doing just fine, working for myself and making fine. Yeah, like he said, um, it's crazy because he's been the only reporter or the only figure in boxing that I've seen that's checking Oscar Ryan about his racial tirade that he went on. All the other ones, they just don't talk about that stuff because they don't care about it. At the end of the day, if Oscar Ryan had disrespected and pushed hate towards their people, it would have been, he would have had to do community service. He would have had to go put his head on a wall. He would have had to do a whole bunch of um hum, like fucking rituals, a bunch of stuff that he needed to show that okay, or yeah, don't ever play with it. All right. So he disrespected uh black people because um look, he did not get penalized for his actions. Like WBC acting like, oh, he was suspended. No, he was suspended for drug cheating. He never got suspended for his racist remarks. So they just used the suspension from the New York State Commission and just added it along as if they suspended this guy. No, because that suspension was for drug. You guys never penalized him for his racial, uh, hateful behavior and the hate that he was pushing. Yeah, they never penalized him for that stuff. And to this day, we don't know where the money went that was forfeited to Golden Boy. Yeah, so it's like yeah, it's not. He's by far the only reporter I've seen that's checking him about it, reminding him like, "Yo, like this what you did." Like you feel me? So, yeah, more reporters need to be doing this, but we ain't gonna be seeing stuff like that because you know how they rock. They with the hate. They're not against it. Um, I'm not even gonna read what this bozo talking about. Oh, yeah, my boy said juiced up on PEDs, 4+ pounds over the contract weight, and it was still a close fight. Points wise, even with the knockdowns. But it's crazy that he's saying this because that's what I've been saying since the fight happened. Like, this guy hopped on PEDs, um, came in overweight, had 3 knockdowns in a fight, couldn't get a stoppage or a knockout, and and on my scoring card, he did not win. The only rounds that he won was the rounds that he got knocked downs in the first round. Other than that, all those other rounds he did not win. Right? So you did all that just to for the fight to be close, and you couldn't even get the job done. You couldn't even stop or knock the guy out. And it's just, another you don't see reporters. He's by far the only reporter that I'm seeing calling this guy out. It just shows you that it just shows you like um he might be on the same page as this guy, but he just don't respect Asta Ryan. Like, you feel me? He just don't respect him because at the end of the day, man, we know how this work, man. And then he's in the comments chatting because he know he getting exposed, bro. And he's a liar. Like, this dude done put stuff on kids, all type of shit, bro. I don't know what's to these dudes, man. Oh, who in the chat? Damn, I can't. Hold on. Who in the chat, man? I'm just now looking at the chat. Hold on a minute. Canelo needs to retire. Bandino, what's good with you, buddy? What's the word? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Canelo needs to retire. I don't think so because at 68, I don't see nobody beating him at 68. Um, and Canelo's only 35. Think about it. Crawford is 38, and yeah, I just don't see why would Canelo retire other than people just tired of him taking up space. People want a new face, or people just don't want him to keep fighting and end up getting knocked out or stopped. So I don't know, because for me, like, he could keep going for, he's 35, give him another 5 years, he could retire in 4 or 5 years. At 68, I don't see nobody beating him. So it's like he could keep cherry picking and doing what he want to do. Because at the end of the day, the stuff that Canelo's doing been done before. It's always gonna be around. People are gonna do this stuff. So it's like, um, if I say that I want to see Canelo retire, that would be because of that type of stuff. But it's like, just because Canelo retired doesn't mean that it's over with. Another fighter's gonna do it. Before Canelo, they was doing it. Canelo's doing it. After Canelo is like, the people that could do something about it will not do nothing about it. It will never do nothing about it. So, yeah, I just want to see Canelo fight the top dudes at 68. The Iglesias, the Pacheco, the Billy, the Lester Martinez. I'm still trying to see Canelo fight these guys. Feel me? So yeah, me personally, I do not want to see Canelo retire until like in 4 or 5 years. Then he could skedaddle up out of here. Yep. Now, okay, boom. Now I done already went through that. Oh, what's up with this? That shit frozen. What the heck? They done went way down there. Shush. Okay, next up in the news. Um, so they saying that they're backing the reporter. Ryan is a piece of crap, a cheater, a racist, a quitter, and a liar. Yeah, facts. He is a piece of crap. Facts. He is a anti-black racist. Facts. He is a quitter. Facts. He is a liar. So, facts. Next up in the news, we got Roy Jones Jr. calling out Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather do not want no smoke with Roy Jones Jr. Like, he's ducking that man, bro. He's talking about fighting Mike Tyson, fighting Pacquiao, bro. Like, of course, everybody will pick the Pacquiao fight, including me. Let's say 99%, because that 1% I want to see the Roy Jones versus Floyd fight, because Floyd, if he's picking dudes like Mike Tyson, like, you already a part of the circus. It's like, fight Roy Jones. Roy Jones been talking smack about you for how long? He been exposing you. He been on your bumper, exposing you as a fraud that you is, as the less of a man that you are. Man, hop in that ring with that boy, man. I want to see Roy Jones versus Floyd Mayweather, bro. And I'm with Roy Jones, bro. I mean, F Floyd, like, straight like that. Next up in the news, We got fake Paul, the fish. He out here sparring with the guys. So um as we can see in the photo, we see dudes like Frank Sanchez, Jared Anderson, Lawrence Okoli. So he's sparring with the top guys in that weight division. Of course, not the top guys, but guys that are ranked um in the weight division. So in the heavyweight division. So that doesn't mean nothing because at the end of the day, we don't know if these guys are even able to go all out because um a dude like a fake Paul can have contract to where these guys sign contract to where they cannot hurt him, they cannot go all out. It's just stipulations within the contract because we seen that Mike Tyson fight. Clearly, they wouldn't allow us to see what's in the contract because that was rigged. So you don't know. This guy's a YouTuber. He's a content creator. Content creator down to do whatever for clout, for clicks. Like they do whatever for clicks and likes and stuff. So yeah, and then the reason why I really wanted to talk about this stuff because it was being reported that Big Baby Anderson accepted IBF fight for the title eliminator versus Frank Sanchez, but I think that same day or the day after, we heard that that IBF final eliminator fight was offered to another fighter in the weight division, in the heavyweight division. Um, I'm forgetting who. So how did we go from Frank Sanchez and Big Baby Anderson fighting for the final IBF uh, elimination fight to us hearing that elimination fight was offered to another fighter, but we see that in photos Frank Sanchez and Big Baby Anderson is in camp like with each other, whether it's because of them or because of fake Paul. So it's like, what's going on? But then again, I'm thinking about his Big Baby Anderson. This guy ain't trying to be the best. He ain't trying to be no champion. He's only in it for the money, bro. So I want to know, did Jared Anderson turn down a final uh, uh, elimination fight versus Frank Sanchez? What's going on? Because his name, they had reported that the fight was signed to go, and then the day of or the day after, that IBF final el- elimination fight was offered to another fighter. So it was Richard Torres. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. We need answers from Big Baby Anderson. Like, what's he doing? Then we got before this, like one of the biggest clout chasing moves I've seen. Like Shakur Stevenson, like he's like one of the biggest Tank Davis fan. Like he fanned out, he groupied out because it's like, why would you want to help Jake Paul get ready for Tank Davis when you're supposed to be the one trying to get the fight with Javante Davis so that way you can be the first person to officially say that you beat him. Like it just shows you only a groupie moving like that. Why would I want to help you defeat my money play, my big money fight? That's like, it just shows you like, bro, Shakur Stevenson's a groupie. First of all, he was buddy buddy with Tank Davis. Now he done switched up on him. Now he's trying to help other dudes prepare to like, bro, like, what type of groupie stuff is that? Because you supposed to be a competitor. You ain't supposed to be helping nobody besides like a Keyshawn, a Ray Ford. these guys, all right, boom, but like anybody besides them to help Tank Davis, because I like as a brother, you won't have a problem if Keyshawn end up facing Javante Davis, and you're one of the reason why he was able to beat him because you help him prepare. That's y'all so-called brothers or a Ray Ford. You would be happy for them. Now somebody you don't know, like you seen it happen, you're like okay, but you're not happy. It's like oh, you feel me? So it's like man, Keyshawn Davis, another cloud chaser. Ray Ford, another cloud chaser. Shakur Stevenson, another cloud chaser, and I forgot Buddy name from Cleveland or from Ohio. Montana Love, like all cloud chasers, bro. Know what I'm saying? It's like these dudes. It's crazy because they cloud chasing him. He should be cloud chasing them because it just showed you the value of boxers. Because this is a YouTuber, he's supposed to be looking at them like, yo, you guys is this, that, woo woo, fanned out. But they're the ones fanned out over him because it just shows you the value in boxing, bro. The value, like these dudes be ready to sell their soul for anything. It's crazy, dog. Yeah, man. But these dudes fanned out, bro. Especially Shakur Stevenson. Like, how you trying to help another dude to beat somebody you need to be fighting, but it's not on you because you trying to fight him, but he don't want to fight. So I don't know, bro. Next up in the news, man, we got so let me say what I said first. So I said this: daring to be great is only a thing for black fighters, huh? Question mark. Why they always making excuses for non-black fighters? Like in a way, soon you mentioned moving up and challenging the best. They got excuses. I actually said they go excuses mode. F out of here. Which is facts because if you want to get boxing fans mad, start talking about Inoue moving up and challenging Javante Davis, Shakur Stevenson, just a great fighter of their generation. You're gonna hear, oh, this and that, it's not fair. We don't want to see it, this and that. But if Inoue was black and you was mentioning Inoue and Shakur Stevenson, you would hear forcing them. You will hear the conversation. Oh, if Shakur Stevenson don't fight this and that, ooh, ooh, it would have been this and that. Like non-black fighters do not have the same pressure and the same. They not pushing them to be great, and they not daring them to be great. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, why do people be scared when people talk about Inoue moving up and fighting a Tank Davis? Because Tank Davis is what? Same height, same reach, same damn near everything, bro. It's just that they're not in the same weight class. Look at Crawford and Canelo. What? Similarities, same height, same reach, same damn near everything. Or probably Crawford probably got like two inches of reach over Canelo or something like that. But other than that, yeah, when it's the non-black fighters, they're not daring for them to be great. For us, they're forcing us. They always they always have. It's like black fighters can never do enough, bro. Never. So yeah, I be seeing that a lot. Like soon as you wanna have these racially biased fans mad, bring up Inoue and say that he need to move up and fight your Shakur Stevenson, your Tank Davis. You gonna see how much they they hate for their fighters to go up and dare to be great. Because daring to be great shouldn't be only for daring to be great shouldn't only be for black fighters, bro. Feel me? Like, what we talking about? Um, now, okay, okay, okay. I'm looking for the video.
Latest is going to be 118 pounder. Bam Rodriguez, by the summer of 2026 at the latest, is going to be 118 pounder. That is going to put him, Sergio, one weight class away from the monster, Noe Inoue. Do you make Bam?
See, that's the thing. They don't want Bam and Inoue to fight because one of them will lose, and that's two of their best fighters that they be pushing, and think that they the greatest or whatever the case may be. They be overhyping both these fighters. They don't want the non-black fighters, especially the greatest of the greatest non-black fighters, to be going against each other, because then they'll have less weapons to be bragging about. You feel me? Because when they're talking about Bam versus Inoue, it's like, dog, can we please stay away from that? Can we just can this just be a fantasy fight that will never happen, like a heavyweight versus a bantamweight type of style matchup? Like, something that will never happen. That's how they be talking. They be shaking. Like, you could see the how scared they are, like in their tone, their voice, the way they talking, their demeanor, their facial expression. Like, you like, come on, man. Like, y'all don't they don't want their fighters daring to be great. But black fighters, they have all these rules and regulation. These, oh, you ain't jab enough. Oh, you're not a draw. All these stipulations, all these new rules they coming up with, bro.
Bam Rodriguez, by the summer of 2026 at the latest, is going to be 118 pounder. That is going to put him, Sergio, one weight class away from the monster, Noe Inoue. Do you make Bam Rodriguez against Inoue in the fall of 2026? Bam is a small fighter. In a way, even though he started in the smaller weight classes, he moved up to 122. He's the 108-pound champion. He's the biggest puncher, one of the biggest punchers in boxing. And when you could hear the pop, he turns his punches different. He has the footwork.
And then I don't know why the zone, like the zone love racist people. They love anti-black racist people. Look at it. Todd Gresham, an anti-black racist. Sergio Mora, an anti-black racist. Chris Mannix, an anti-black racist. A bunch of these guys, what you call that, zesty fish. Mike Carpenter, anti-black racist. So a lot of these people that's at the Ring magazine and at the Zone are a bunch of anti-black racists. And then the commentators, why is it that they have three of the same type of peoples on a microphone that's not giving us no valuable insight? They're being racially biased. It's just, bro, you know how much of a do you know what you got to do, how bad you got to be at your job for somebody to be watching boxing and to be leaving the fight on mute? I remember people used to be saying, like, yo, they cannot watch boxing anymore if it's not on mute due to the commentary, how racially biased they are. I was like, damn, like, you don't got to the point where it's impossible for you to watch boxing without the match being on mute. And I'm getting to that point day by day, week by week, weekend by weekend, because you got the Sergio Moore being racially biased, you got Chris Mannix being racially biased, Todd Gresham being racially biased, Mike Carpenter being racially biased. It's like, bro, I don't care if the person is black. He lost. Whatever needs to be said about him, say it. I don't care if that person is white. He loses, whatever needs to be said about him, say it. I'm not with the picking and choosing with the racially biased. I don't care, bro. If if a person is like that, he's like that. If he proves that he's like that fair and square, he's like that. Now, if that person is a drug cheater, weight bully, it's just he's not earning nothing fair and square. Like, I'm against whoever that is. I don't care about what race you is, what nationality, none of that, bro. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I side with the truth. The truth is the truth, homie. Like, I ain't with the other BS, bro. I'm with the truth. Like, these other dudes, they be racially biased. It's like all this racial bias stuff y'all doing, y'all still can't find a stepper for y'all to step behind y'all narratives and behind y'all agendas. Like, come on, bro. At least go find you a stepper that's gonna stand on business about the shit that you pushing. Like, come on, bro. Like, them dudes can't stand them, bro. They ruin boxing, bro.
Not only explosive power, it's heavy-handed power. So whenever you talk about power, you talk about speed power, heavy-handed power, explosive.
Now you see that how when they're talking about their people's fighting, they're breaking down a different type of power. We don't care a different. Why are you even bringing that? You just trying to make a point to where why both fighters should stay away from each other. Because why are you breaking down different speeds? Who asked you about that, bro? You know what I'm saying? That must be the main thing that worries you is the power, right? Like,
Pop. He turns his punches different. He has the footwork. It's not only explosive power, it's heavy-handed power. So whenever you talk about power, you talk about speed power, heavy-handed power, explosive power, technique power. Naoya Inoue has them all. He has every single one. Bam has power, but it comes out of angles, and it comes out of foot speed, and it comes out of being unpredictable. It's not Naoya Inoue power. It's not heavy-handed power. It's not breaking you down power. It's surprising you power. Naoya Inoue fights southpaws really well because he has the.
so the skill set for he's not talking about full arsenal, the full skill set. He's talking about power because he went and explained different power. Now he's back at the power again. Like, it just shows that you guys are not confident with Inoue, and Bam. But had this would have been people that y'all don't care for, they would have been up here gaslighting and making sure that they setting these fighters up to fight. But they don't want to see Bam lose, nor do they want to see Inoue lose. Okay. This video is funny, bro. I remember watching this video. This was during the Pacheco fight. I forgot who Pacheco was fighting. Was it Steven Nelson? I think so. And yeah, Benavidez was drunk as a skunk. Like, he was drunk out his mind. Like,
He's looking like he's in power, so I'm really happy with you. And Gary doing what he got to do. He's using his job. He's keeping a distance. He's looking great right now. What more do you want to see from him in the second half of the fight? I want to see him use the distance more and his power.
look at his eyes. Like, that boy drunk as a skunk.
I'm really happy with you. And Gary doing what he got to do. He's using his job. He's keeping a distance. He's looking great right now. What more do you want to see from him in the second half of the fight? I want to see him use the distance more and his power. He's looking like he's in power, so I'm really happy with you.
Yeah, that boy drunk. He's a skunk. Like, you look at his eyes. I was watching this stuff. I was like, is this AI? Like, where's his peoples at? Why are you at a fight drunk as a skunk? I think he was preparing for Gosdick around this time, if I'm not mistaken, bro. Like, this was during training camp for him. Like, I was like, yo, this guy's bugging. Like, what bruh got going on, cuz? Next up in the news. Next up in the news.
You know, we've seen fighters go up before and then come back down. Can you come back down to light heavyweight for fights with Canelo, better Biev or Bivol, or once you're up there, you have to wait and see?
Nah. Benavidez will not come back down in no weight class. That Benavidez, he's already having problems making weight at 75. Like, is that a fact? No, because I don't have facts on that. It's just rumors and just word in these boxing streets. You feel me? He's having problems with making weight at 75. Let's not forget, he just got to 75 and he was already talking about cruiserweight, right? Because if you just move up to another weight division, now you're talking about a higher weight division. Like, clearly, um you're having a problem with the weight because 75 now is hot as fish grease since um Benavidez and Morel move up there, and it still has a lot of potential because a lot of the guys are at 68. The Embiddies, Lester Martinez, the Iglesias, the 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 Pachecos and these type of guys. Like imagine if all these guys were at 75, like it'll be just another 54 division, just straight smoke. Now, yeah, Benavidez ain't moving. Once he move up to cruiserweight, he's not coming down, bro. Like he's not coming down because if he wanted, he would have stayed. But I feel him because he been waiting to get the chance to fight for the belt. Of course, that he had to get the belt emailed to him. He was an email champ. Um, and then unfortunately, Bivol and Better Biev is still on the table that they might have the trilogy. So he just don't want to be sitting around and be waiting and be on the shelf. Like, yeah. So he's making his own path. But coming back down to to 175 once he move up to cruiserweight, yeah, that's a dub. I'll bet bread that he don't. I don't believe in that. Like, yeah, Benavidez, bro.
Realistically, we've seen fighters go up before and then come back down. Can you come back down to light heavyweight for fights with Canelo, Better Biev or Bivol, or once you're up there, you have to wait and see? Nah, you know what I mean? We'll take it one fight at a time, but like I said, I take every fight like as an opportunity. There's an opportunity to go down to 175. Maybe after I get the titles at cruiserweight, there's an opportunity to come down. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not going to gain too much muscle going up, and I don't want to get big. I don't want to stay at cruiserweight immediately. I want to come back down. So we're going to put together a good game plan. We got about 6 months to get ready for that fight, and we're going to see how much muscle mass we have to put on and what type of strength and conditioning we have to do. But I definitely do want to come down and get a fight with Bivol, Better BFN.
Yeah, I don't believe that Benavidez moving to cruiserweight and then coming back down. Yeah, I gotta see that, boy, because um, it's like once you move up, a dude like Benavidez, as big as he is, once he move up, you think he gonna wanna be uh, cutting weight to be coming back at 75, which is not even a good thing to be doing in the first place, moving up in weight and then coming back down. Um, when really, like a dude like Bivol and Better BF should already should be at cruiserweight by now, cause ain't nothing. Well, until Benavidez and Morel moved up to 75. Uh, 75 wasn't a division that people was really too tuned in with and being watching like that, cause other than Bevo and Better BF, like we done already seen the rest of these dudes getting cooked, Yard getting cooked, with Yardy getting, I mean, Yard getting cooked, Smith getting cooked. Um, yeah, Better BF and Bevo cooking everybody at that weight division. So, um, maybe if when Benavidez move up to um cruiserweight, maybe other people like Better BF and Bivol probably move up there too, because we've heard Better BF talk about cruiserweight, and I definitely know for a fact that Bivol was talking about moving to cruiserweight and fighting the champions up there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because Benavidez talking about muscle mass. He ain't got to put on that much muscle at cruiserweight. Then you got to find out strength and conditioning and all this stuff. We will see, man. We will see. Next up in the news. So this is what I had to say. I said how many handouts people need in the sport of boxing, An opponent is not obligated to fight your fight. You, as the competitor, job is to make the opponent do what you want. Dictate the fight and stop crying. Facts.
Be a potential fight for Cinco de Mayo. If I'm looking at styles for Conor Ben, it doesn't matter if it's styles for Conor Ben. Devin Haney.
See, the first thing is when you know somebody don't want that smoke, styles. Styles make fights, and why you as a fighter, why are you looking at which styles you want to fight against? No, it shouldn't be that. It should be um on some competitor stuff. What has the person what the person has to offer? Is he undefeated? Is he a champion? Like all the things that matters. Like you should be wanting to fight somebody because he's a champ. He's undefeated. Um yeah, the things that pushes a fighter to want to, okay, that's the fight that I want. Oh yeah, they call him the boogeyman, that's what I want. Oh yeah, they talking about can't nobody touch that chin. Now, you feel me? Like that's how it should be, but we're talking about styles. Styles, like, oh yeah, that basically Devin Haney has a style to tattoo him all night, and they don't want to be going against that. Like, you call yourself a competitor, you should be able to be confident enough to say and think that you will and you can be anybody, and you will and you can be any style, bro. I mean that, man, it's crazy.
If I'm looking at styles for Conor Ben, it doesn't matter if it's styles for Conor Ben. Devin Haney is not an easy fight. Like he's gonna tie you up. He's just gonna run.
Look at this, crying, talking about some. He's gonna run. He's gonna tie you up. You don't know how to stop that. You don't know how to stop somebody from clinching. You could step back, counter. You could use your hands. It's just so many ways that you can skin a cat, bro. If it's a problem, you can solve it. Like you're talking about holding and running excuses, bro. Just like with the boxers in the sport of boxing, crying, asking for handouts. Same thing with the people that's not boxers in the sport of boxing, the coaches, the corners, the promoters, the supporters, the people outside of the sport that's not fighting in a ring. They're doing the same thing. Oh, this guy moved too much. Oh, like what? I don't hear people say, "Yo, you got too much power." Like take some power off the punches. Like we don't hear that. Like you feel me? But we talking about some. Oh, he moves too much. Oh, he moved. How about yo? You stop throwing. You throw too much punches. Like you feel me? If you being too accurate, you being you feel me? Like we don't hear none of that. But we do hear. Oh, he moving too much. Oh, all these excuses, bro. I don't want to hear it because at the end of the day, bro, what you want? You want to be going against a fighter that's handcuffed? Like you'll feel better about the win if you fight a fighter handcuffed, blind. What else? I don't know, cause it's like, bro, how can you call yourself a competitor? You crying about how a fighter fight. A fighter's not obligated to fight your fight. You as the competitor, you go out there. Okay, you want this dude to fight like phone booth, man. You come up with the game plan. Sometimes the game plan you have might not be working at the time, but that's why you need to be able to adapt and adjust. That way you adapt to what's going on and adjust, and you come up with different game plans. Is just, as the corner and stuff like that, and you go out there and you make the fighter fight your fight and you win the fight. I mean, because if you want to win a fight, you have to make the fighter fight your style of fighting. Everybody has their own style of fighting. It could be similar, but it's not copy and paste. You feel me? So you want to win a fight as a competitor, you have to make that fighter fight your fight. A fighter's not obligated to be doing no robot sock'em type of fighting, huh? When you want to fight, I don't want to box. When you want to box, I want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, what we talking about? These scary dudes.
If I'm looking at styles for Conor Ben, it doesn't matter if it's styles for Conor Ben. Devin Haney is not an easy fight. Like he's gonna tie you up. He's just gonna run. He's gonna box. He's not gonna look to stand and fight.
Like, what's so great about seeing fighters not use their full arsenal? What's so good about not seeing fighters uh display their full skill set? Like you're talking about somebody staying stationary. That's like you think that's the sweet science as boxing? Just staying flat footed, not moving your head off the line. Um, like, bro, y'all just want wins, right? You want wins. It shouldn't matter if you having a dog with you. You know what that dog could do. Why you worried about what the other dog could do? If you know what you could do, you talking about some. Oh, I hope that dog don't hit. I hope the dog teeth ain't sharp. That's a dog. That's a dog. That's a doggy world, man. Like, what we talking about? Why you worrying about like what the dog bringing to the table, homie? Like, worry about your side of the town, bro. You feel me? Because somebody that's confident ain't worried about what the other fighter bringing to the table. Know what I mean? Like, come on.
Ben would probably, you know, I think he has the style to really ruffle Devin Haney, but also Devin's tough to beat. So I don't look at that as an exciting fight. What I look at as an exciting fight is Conor Ben against Ryan Garcia. And Turki Al Sheikh said on Saturday that could be a potential fight for Cinco de Mayo. Now, that's a massive fight for the WBC world title. Conor's in a brilliant position. Everybody's calling.
Talking about some. These dudes, man, ain't got no confidence, bro. It's crazy. Next up in the news, man, we got a racist loser. Nah, I mean, we ain't forget about this, blood. We ain't forget about this. Crying in the back of the van after a loss. Hold that. Hold that. Yes, sir. Next up in the news, man, we got Frank Martin. That's finally back. He's fighting December 6th on Isaac Cruz card. Um, yeah. Um, I don't know why he took so long to double back. He damn near been out for 2 years, bro. You know what I mean? Damn near 2025 is over with. So he's fighting December 6th, like a year damn near over with at that point. And he coming back. So I'm glad that he's back. And then he need to get himself in a mix and be fighting the top of the guys at 40. The Gary A, the Richardson Hitchens dude, the rest of the guys at 40. You and now he can go and try to win a belt. Matias, he's he a drug cheater. He's gonna be banned for it's looking like 6 months because the WBC looking like they about to give him that Latino treatment. They not about to give him no drug cheating treatment. So yeah, so he can go try to tap in with the WBC, and I forgot who got the other belt. Yeah, I forgot who got it. Yeah, so we gonna see now. Let me get back to the topic at hand. Like Richard Hitchens be chatting, bro. Like he do a lot of chatting. Let me see what they hollering about though.
Work. Richardson is easy work. Easy work. Hey, that's easy work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's easy work. Richardson is easy work. Easy work. I'll stop him.
Damn, said he'll stop that boy.
Bust his ass. Easy work.
Oh yeah.
He just talked too much. I just seen something with dude on he was talking about the Devin Haney and Brian Norman fight. Like he was just talking about that. He just act like he just that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. You supposed to have that confidence and all that. You know what I'm saying, bro? But you gotta have more than a jab, dog. Like he got a great jab, but that's all he got. You know what I'm saying? He act like he just like he act like he out here.
It's crazy because I think that if Frank Martin started boxing the same age that Richardson Hitchens started boxing, I would have picked Frank Martin to beat him because Frank Martin has that style to beat Richardson Hitchens, but because of the years that they lack of experience, I would be picking Richardson Hitchens to beat Frank Martin. Just he'll outbox him and he'd just win a majority decision. Uh, yeah, that's a fight I want to see though. It's a good style matchup. I think yeah, it's a good fight.
Putting pressure, like serious pressure on these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like he cool. I feel like Keyshawn more of a, Keyshawn don't overdo it. Richardson, he overdoing it. He beat Bosses, and you can't tell that man not a damn thing. He ain't knocking nothing out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hurting nothing. He's something to play with.
Keyshawn Day. I just don't be getting why is like people so infatuated with knockouts and just people hurting as if it's not more to boxing than a knockout. That's why a lot of boxers when they lose the way they lose because they're fiends for knockouts. They're fiends for stoppages. Like boxing is not all about knockout and stoppages. It's a reason why whenever the big punchers and the knockout artists go in there with a nice boxer with great defense, great offense, great timing, and just it's skills pay the bills type of boxers, they lose because you only prioritize power. You don't prioritize skills. You prioritize power. Like, you feel me? You prioritize like a hook. Like, you feel me? Bro, if you prioritize skills, you wouldn't be focused on one thing. You would be focused on everything uh uh boxing, so it just shows you, bro, like, hey, it's all about power for these people. It's power and hurting them and like, okay.
Hey, that's easy work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's easy work. Richardson is easy work. Easy work. I'll stop him. Bust his ass. Easy work.
Nah, we see.
Hey, that's easy.
We see Richardson Hitchens responding to Frank Martin saying that he's easy work. He's saying that he'll stop Richardson Hitchens. Richardson Hitchens responded and said, laughing, "This guy don't believe that his damn self." Make the fight happen though, like. That should be a fight he trying to set up because he been chasing TL female, not trying to fight nobody. You know what I mean? And after that, who else was he? Devin Haney. Devin Haney at 47. Like, who is he about to fight? Know what I mean? He's not trying to unify. He's not looking like he want to move up, right? So it's like I just don't get what is this guy trying to do, bro? Because it's like, who are you trying to fight? Because the guys you trying to fight is no longer an option. Devin Haney and Teo Female. Devin Haney's at 47. So it's like I don't be getting like how this guy be moving. Richardson is just like he be moving wacky, bro. Like you can't. So Matias tested positive for a banned substance, which is ostarine. Ostarine is an illegal drug. It is steroid. It is PEDs. Like Matias was on steroids and he tested positive for ostarine. Now we all know that Matias has a body on his resume. He literally killed a person before in the ring. Like a boxer died due to the injuries that was suffered from fighting Matias. So this guy is a whole boxer. He's on PEDs and he has a body on his belt. Like somebody that killed somebody before, like how are you on PEDs, bro? This is the thing with the sport of boxing. It's already a barbaric sport, the most dangerous sport. Now you got dudes that got bodies on their belt or a body on their belt getting on PDs, bro. And then 9 out of 10, from the way I've been viewing this, it seemed like Matias will be banned for 6 months. He won't get the right amount of time. He won't get penalized the right amount of time for his actions because this guy's he's on PDs. He got somebody died from fighting him, and he's on PDs. Like, the sport is crazy, bro. So Matias says nothing happened here. Subriel Matias sends a clear and straightforward message after confirmation that his oxygen levels were well below the sanctionable limit. His fight against what? So Matias is saying that the fight is on track, but he tested positive above the levels of the banned substance, which is ostarine. And you see what I'm saying? So it's like in the sport of boxing, as a fighter, you need to be tapped into everything because things like this guy tested positive for a banned substance, meaning that if he did not test above the levels they classify as okay, you're using an advantage. Like now it is it is being used to boost your performance and make you give you the extra boost, right? So if he tested above those limits, how can a fight still be on track? How can him as a fighter coming on and saying that? But you know why? Because there's no rules and regulations. Because any other sport, that athlete ain't coming out and saying nothing. He's gonna allow his lawyer, his promoter, his agent to speak. It wouldn't be the fighter because there's no repercussion. You don't get penalized for stuff like this because by him saying that stuff, he should have ruined. If he was getting less days because of that, he should have gotten more days for false advertisement. Yeah, so Matias tested positive for a banned substance, and the boxing community barely talking about it, and it's crazy. It just shows you this guy has a body on his belt. How are we not talking about Matias being a drug cheater? Him being, it's crazy, bro. People just don't talk about it. Matter of fact, I've never heard people talk about it. It happened, and it happened. So.
Nunca en mi vida he necesitado hacer trampa para yo resaltar dentro de un ring. Gracias a Dios, el trabajo en equipo, mis cojones y la... Aquí nunca en mi vida, oigan bien, nunca en mi vida he necesitado hacer trampa para yo resaltar dentro de un ring. Gracias a Dios, el trabajo en equipo, mis cojones y la misericordia de Dios me han sacado a flote. Así que nada, no pasa nada. Todo aquel que escupió para arriba, tenga en cuenta, póngase un paraguas porque les va a caer en la cara. Nunca he necesitado hacer trampa para yo resaltar. Nunca. Todo lo que he hecho, lo he hecho con sudor. Sabe, el que sabe, sabe. Aquí nunca en mi vida. Oigan bien, nunca en mi vida.
Matias is saying that he did not cheat. He did not have to cheat so he could have an advantage inside the ring. Everything is through hard work and sweat. Um, said never in his life he ever cheated. So he could stand out in the ring. Yeah, he's just basically saying that he never cheated. It's crazy, man. Nobody's talking about this stuff. It just shows you, like, that's how important boxing is to a dude that's a drug cheater that has a body on his belt. Like, that's not the one of the main topics in boxing. You know what I mean? It just shows you how much they care about a fighter's well being. Matias tested positive for the banned substance. So positive test was for the amount below allowable threshold, 140. Wait, what? Oh, I thought that was something important, bro. Next up in the news. The news. So,
Haney's greatest strengths. What's one of Devin Haney's greatest strengths? He's tough. Devin Haney's tough. Oh, he won't show up now. You don't have to be a puncher and get beat up every fight to be tough. Some of the toughest fighters in the history of the sport were boxers.
that's a fact. That's why boxers, they envy boxers, because if you notice about the older fighters, if they're being truthful, they're not gonna tell you to brawl. They're gonna tell you to box, stick and move, use your jab, move your head, defense, hand placement. They gonna tell you the truth. The ones that are, righteous people, the ones that stand behind the truth, they're gonna tell you those things, because they know, had they would have been on some skills pay the bills, on some trying to be a complete boxer, they would have kept fighting longer. They would have been more successful, because of the typical dumb ideology. Oh, robot sock'em. If you're not a robot sock'em type of fighter, you don't have no value. When I've never seen two punchers go in a ring and just trying to knock each other out, other than we've seen it, but not often. Like, other than, like, Tommy Hearns versus my boy War, my boy um y'all know who I'm talking about, bro. My boy Marvin Hagler. Like, you feel me? Like, them boys trying to take each other heads off, but 9 out of 10 we don't see knockout artists going against each other and they're trying to straight up brawl. We see them trying to box, stick and move. Why is that? Because if it's only about knockouts and who can last longer, from the second the bell ring, it shouldn't be no jabs being thrown, no movements. Like, it should be only straightforward action, no backpedaling or nothing. No, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, that's what people like to see, and that's how y'all is. Like, show us. You feel me? Show us. Nah, they be jabbing, taking it slow, and all this stuff. But then on the internet, or when they not fighting, oh, this person is this and that, he's not punching. What was you doing when you was in a fight? Not what you telling people to do. Feel me? So it's like, come on, dog. And people keep talking about some power, this, power, that. What's good is power if you can't land it. You know what I mean? You don't have the skill set to land the shot. You lack IQ. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
And if you get out of line, I'll hurt you too in that ring. And I think that's who Devin Haney.
Of course, they keep talking about power this, power that. Like, how you let somebody with no power drop you? How you let somebody with no power hurt you? Know what I'm saying? Power this, power that. But yet, when that person with no power is throwing punches, you're on your defensive stance. You're being defensive. You being responsible defensively. Why is that? You shouldn't be worrying about a sheet of paper. If a sheet of paper trying to throw punches at you, you shouldn't be worried about that. And it's not gonna scratch you. It's not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna feel nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all this no power stuff. Let that person hit you a million times and see what happened. Like, in the same spot. Like, you feel me? So it just shows you, like, people just be chatting just to be chatting. Like, because at the end of the day, somebody don't have power, you shouldn't be playing no defense. You know what I mean? Like, it should be straight up offense, bro. Like, the defense don't even matter because you're not feeling no pain. Like, you won't even feel no pain afterwards. It's just the pain is not there. It's you fighting against somebody with paper hands. Like, It's like a sheet of paper. It's like leaves. Like. Come on, man. Like they be doing all this chit chatting, bro. Like,
what's one of Devin Haney's greatest strengths? He's tough. Devin Haney's tough. Oh, he's gonna show up now. You don't have to be a puncher and get beat up every fight to.
like, how do you get beat up by a non-puncher? How you get hurt by a non-puncher? How you get dropped by a non-puncher? Let's talk about it. You know how sad that is. Like, you talking about all this power this, power that, punching this, and all this stuff. You getting dropped by somebody with paper hands, somebody with no power. Like, it's crazy.
Be tough. Some of the toughest fighters in the history of the sport were boxers.
Facts.
And if you get out of line, I'll hurt you too in that ring. And I think that's who Devin Haney is. And Devin Haney showed that come last Saturday night. And one thing I know about Devin, like I said, he has all the skill. We know this. We know the type of work that he puts in. When you have a very confident Devin Haney, you have a very dangerous Devin Haney. Mm-hmm. And I think when he was able to knock Norman down, knock that giant down that everybody was speaking about.
Nah, I see what I'm saying. Knock the giant out. Norman Jr. is not a giant. He never was. He can be, but he never was. You guys was just picking somebody and then forcing them, like labeling them as something that they were never. That you guys labeling Norman as a boogeyman, as a giant. Like, he was never that, bro. Like, me on this side, I don't give titles to people. The title is earned, not given. Like, if I'm saying this and that, that's the title that is earned. Know what I mean? So a lot of fighters, I don't want to be saying, he's good. Like, I don't like him. I don't want to be saying that, but I gotta speak the truth, so I have to say that. But at the end of the day, when people are just capping and just talking about stuff that's not true, that's where the problem starts. Like, see, no wonder you guys lost money betting on B Norm Jr. because you guys are looking at him like a giant. Like, what has he done for me to say that he's a giant? Who has he beaten? Like, how long has he been dominating at that weight division? Like, is he undisputed? Is he unified? Like, you feel me? Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all be overrating people. Overrating whoever. Like, it's crazy.
And to see him on his knees, I seen the confidence just fill up to the brim.
And then it's crazy. A lot of y'all didn't even think that Devin Haney could get a knockdown or a stoppage. Like, I could find factual information of me saying that I can see both fighters beating each other. I can see a Devin Haney outboxing B Norm the way he outboxes him. I can see B Norm hurting Devin Haney, but I just can't. It's just not a highly of Devin Haney getting knocked out or stopped by B Norm, but I know it's a possibility. It's just that I ain't had it on a crazy amount of percentages because I know, like, skills pay the bills. Yeah, you can have power, you could be a one punch knockout artist, bro, but if you cannot land that stuff, like, what we talking about? You feel me? Like, you just gonna have a nuclear weapon in your pocket that you cannot use. You feel me? You feel me? So people don't be looking at. I don't know. People know exactly what they doing, so let them do them, bro. Feel me? So you just gonna make the sport of boxing worse than it already is, and you just gonna keep losing money. Hopefully, that y'all keep betting bread up. Put y'all money where y'all mouth at. Know what I mean? If you ain't betting bread, like, ain't nothing to be talking about. Cause clearly, if people were betting money, were losing money, they wouldn't be pushing no narrative. They'll be pushing the truth. Cause you done lost. You done lost 3 times. The 3 of the biggest fights in the year, you done lost all of them. You lost Brat. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dog.
And at that point, yeah, he's gonna be hard to deal with. For the next, he's gonna be hard to beat at that round. And I believe that we got a chance to see a little bit of the inexperience of Norm. He couldn't really adapt, to a lot of the things that
Man, one of the reasons why I picked Devin Haney to beat Norman was because of experience. That was the number one thing for me. I mean, it wasn't no power. Like, power is everything to these peoples. That's why y'all be losing, bro. Power is not everything, bro. Skills is everything. Skills pay the bills, man. Next up in the news. Let me see. Hold on. Next up in the news, man, we got Max Kellerman, the racist. Oh, I didn't even know my laptop was on mute. Max Kellerman, the racist.
because of how he's doing it, he has one. I would vote to put Devin Haney in the Hall of Fame today. If he retired today, the resume is the resume.
That's crazy because they always do this, right? For black people, they always give you a good compliment knowing that they about to cook you. Oh, if it was today, I would give my vote for Devin Haney to be a Hall of Famer. Who asked you that? Nobody cares who you vote for, who you don't vote for. Like, the stuff that you're saying is what people care about. They always got to cook you, and then they just say something nice. Like, we don't care. Get to the point, bro. So, the people that need to violate you, bro. You feel me? Max Kellerman, like, we know he's a racially biased clown. Like, feel me?
Period. Yes. But I can't call him a great fighter. Why not? You can't call him a great fighter? Because of how he's doing it? He has one great win in his career. Well, on that night, he was...
It's crazy because that's my problem with it, right? So what he's saying is, because it's the wrong messenger, that's the problem. Because he's the wrong messenger to be saying that, right? Great message, but wrong messenger. Because this guy is a racially biased type of guy. So it's like him saying that, it don't even look like you can't process what he's saying, knowing that this guy's a racially biased type of individual. Now, what he's saying is Devin Haney's not a great fighter because he only has one great win on his resume, which I 100% agree with that. But my problem is this: he's not going to say that about other people because that's what I say about Canelo. Canelo doesn't have no elite fighters on his resume that he beat. Every time he faced an elite fighter, he's lost, right? He lost to Crawford, he lost to Bivol, and he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Those are three elite fighters that he went against, that he folded against. How can you be a great fighter if you fell short every time against the greatest fighters of your generation, right? So I'm not picking and choosing for nobody, right? But them, they're being racially biased. They're picking and choosing. Now, Devin Haney is not a great yet, right? That's how you know they're not talking. They're not talking like how they need to talk. They just already pushing a narrative because when you say Devin Haney is not a great, this guy is not done fighting. So what you mean he's not a great? You feel me? He's not a great yet, or you don't think that when it's all said and done, he's gonna be a great due to the lack of big wins, and he needs to be fighting against the best of his generation. He needs to be winning, just like I be thinking, because those guys doesn't have all-time great on their resume. I be saying this all the time. They name this person, that person. I say, yo, name me a George Foreman on Buddy resume. Name me a Joe Frazier on Buddy resume. Like, you feel me? They're not having elite boxers on their resume, and people are just saying that these people are great. It's a difference between a good fighter and a great fighter. A good fighter doesn't have no elite wins on his resume. A great fighter went against the elite, and he has win against the elites. You feel me? You feel me? So it's like that's a great fighter. They're beating the elites. They're fighting the elites. They're losing to the elites. They just winning and lose. They're fighting the elites, bro. Like these guys ain't having no elite boxers. They never fought no elite boxers. When they do fight elite boxers, they're only losing. They're not beating no elite fighters, and we just put him as a great. Like, what's he great for? Being 0-3 in the finals? You feel me? And like being 0-3 in the Super Bowl, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, you feel me? But the stuff that Max, the racist Kellerman, is saying is things that people should be saying in the sport of boxing, but they're picking and choosing. Those stuff only applies to boxers they don't rock with. Like, you feel me? It's not like they're doing this with every boxer. Like, you feel me? So, yeah, like I said, right message, wrong messenger.
I would vote to put Devin Haney in the Hall of Fame today. If he retired today, the resume is the resume, period. Yes. But I can't call him a great fighter. Why not? You can't call him a great fighter? Because of how he's doing it? He has one great win in his career. Where on that night, he was a great fighter. I thought he lost the fight, but it was a close fight against Vasily Lomachenko. Okay. That was a great fighter on that night. Now, he has legitimate Ring Magazine championships now. And what is this, his third? No. He was just ring champ at lightweight, where he was undisputed. Right. This is the problem with the way boxing is scored and boxing rules in terms of clinching and all that stuff.
It's crazy because he's saying that about Devin Haney. What about Loma? Who did Loma beat? Every time Loma went up in competition, he lost. Devin Haney lost. Salido lost. Teal Female, he lost. It's like, what are we talking about? Y'all overhyping Lomachenko as if he has an elite win. Lomachenko is a good fighter, not a great fighter, because at the end of the day, what has he done for us to say he's a great fighter? The elite fighters that he fought, of course, Salido is not an elite fighter, but because of the style of fighting, he choked against that style. And he, after that, when have we seen Loma fight against that style? Again, he never did. He lost to Salido. This dude, know what I mean, lost to Devin Haney, lost to Teal Female. It's like, yo, he doesn't have no elite win on his resume, bro. You know what I mean? And then we just steady saying fighters are great. Like at this point, the dude down the block that ain't never fought. Like I could say he the greatest thing on earth. Like he the greatest boxer because there's no rules and regulations. It's whatever you want to say it. Like you feel me? Like come on, dog.
Basically, I don't mind sitting on a lead. He stopped fighting in the second half of the fight. He gets in this fight as the underdog, and his resume is so much longer and bigger than Norman's, but that don't matter. He gets in there, and in the second round, he knocks him down, right? Standing in front of him. Now, he has a big lead, and the name of the game is winning. So, you might not like the way he's getting it done, but he's getting it done. And another thing is, I think he's a great fighter. Look at his resume. Me too. I would vote to put Devin Haney in the Hall of Fame today. If he retired today, the resume is the resume, period. Yes. But I can't call him a great fighter. Why not? You can't call him a great fighter? Because of how he's doing it? He has one great win in his career. Where on that night, he was a great fighter. I thought he lost the fight, but it was a close fight against Vasily Lomachenko. Okay. That was a great fighter on that night. Now, he has legitimate Ring Magazine championships now. And what is this, his third? No. He was just ring champ at lightweight, where he was undisputed. Right. This is the problem with the way boxing is scored and boxing rules in terms of clinching and all that stuff. He basically, I don't mind sitting on a lead. He stopped fighting in the second half of the fight. He gets in this fight as the underdog, and his resume is so much longer and bigger than Norman's, but that don't matter. He gets in there, and in the second round, he knocks him down, right? Standing in front of him. Now, he has a big lead, and the name of the game is winning. So, you might not like the way he's getting it done, but he's getting it done. And another thing is, I think he's a great fighter. You look at his resume. Me too. Kambosa, when he fought him, it wasn't his fault that Kambosa beat.
Just chatting.
Because that was the lead of the fight. But he lost.
They just chatting, man. Let me look at the chat real quick. I ain't checked the chat out in a minute. What's being said in the chizat? Fernando Fernandez. What's good, bro? Subriel Matias ain't cheating. It was let me re-say that. Subriel Matias ain't cheating. It was contamination, bro. Stop with the stupid narrative. Nice. So here you go. Talking about contamination. Now, how come whenever it's being said that a fighter got contaminated for like PD steroids and uh just drug cheating, it's always contamination. But when it comes time for the fighter to show proof, they could never prove it, because if the shit is contaminated, when they go and check the batch and do different things to check the facts, how come the fighter is never in the right? Because if contaminated, they're gonna be able to prove that, right? How come um it's never they could never prove that they're right? Because how? It's if it's contamination, bro. You should be able to prove that easy. They could never do contamination. Everybody's getting contaminated, bro. And then it's crazy because like y'all condone stuff like that, because you know why? Your father not in the ring going against a drug cheater. Your mother ain't in the ring going against a drug cheater. Your daughter and your son ain't in the ring going against a drug cheater. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you love is not in the ring fighting a drug cheater, so therefore you're okay with it. You're not in the ring fighting no drug cheater, bro. I'm not about to be condoning drug cheating or any of that stuff just because I'm not in the ring or somebody that I love is not in the ring. Nah, bro. Like, y'all condoning drug cheating in a sport that is the most dangerous sport on planet Earth, the most deaths. It's already a messed up sport. Now we having people that's drug cheating, weight bullying, doing a whole bunch of other cheating stuff that we might not know about. And you're talking about contamination. Or if it's contamination, then he needs to go and prove that. And if he doesn't, then he get banned for like 5 years. You know, of course, Subriel Matias is getting the typical Latin plug where they not violating him, and from what I'm seeing, he's not gonna get suspended for a lot of time. It's probably gonna be like 6 months, right? Because I'm already seeing how the WBC moving with him. They giving him that typical Latin free pass, like because he's Latin, he's Puerto Rican, he gets a pass. You don't see people cooking them. You don't see people violating them. It's not a main topic. Yeah, he's talking about some these dudes don't never be honest. They never. I've never heard a cheater in a sport of boxing say, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie." They never tell the truth. So off that alone, like, what we talking about, bro? Like, they never tell the truth. It's always contamination, but they can never prove it. And whenever they do, like, the sanctioning body allows them to come back, they never actually show proof. They just do some BS and try to like with the way they move, you can tell that what they're doing, bro, because they never show the proof. And then how come people are getting Ostarine been very popular, right? It's been getting more popular and more popular. So that means that why is it Ostarine? Why is it not other stuff or stuff that's not popular? How come um the Ostarine stuff, it has a level? They done already rose the level. Let's not forget Canelo got caught for that, right? They oh no, I'm tripping. Ostarine is not clenbuterol. Yeah, let's talk about how clenbuterol they rose that level of clenbuterol. So that means Canelo is still on that stuff, just like when Charlo said it. Charlo said, "Yo, Canelo's still on that stuff." Like, we don't know if you rose the level of a PED, a drug, a steroid. Like, we won't know like what they testing for. And these people's having people change the laws, and what else you can't do if they change the rules and regulations, the laws for you. Like they're gonna tell you all the levels of the things that you need to get on, so that way you never test positive for any of them stuff. Like we don't know if these dudes cheating or not until they get caught. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the sport of boxing, bro. It's like it's already the deadliest sport. It's already a barbaric sport, and then you having people that's trying to cheat. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Next up, we have Big Baby Jared Anderson. So he was supposed to fight Frank Sanchez for the final eliminator for the IBF, and first of all, it got reported that it's fake news, and then I noticed little things as far as like Frank Sanchez and Jared Anderson being in the same camp, working with Fake Paul. So it's like if that fight was going down, they wouldn't be in the same camp. I'm wondering if Jared Anderson is ducking smoke. You know, he's already not a type of fighter that wants to be the greatest, that wants to challenge himself, or like he wants to be the best of the best. So it's you never know if he ducked that fight, or I don't know. You never know with this guy, because you don't know if he want to be a rapper, he want to be a trapper, he want to be everything besides being an athlete. So um, yeah, I don't know. Did he duck that smoke? I don't know, but now that title eliminator got offered to Richard Torres, so I don't know, but I bet you he ain't gonna talk about it, because he posted on the story saying that he's not gonna he's not going to respond to no rumors. Like, bro, you have a chance of um putting yourself in position to be able to fight Usyk, the biggest fight in your division, bro, and you're not even like, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like these dudes is not competitors, bro. That's because you in a lane that's super competitive does not mean that you're a competitor, bro. Know what I mean? A lot of these dudes, man, they not competitors, dog. Next up in the news, man, we got dudes like Rolly talking about some This why nobody take boxing serious. Two of the actual world champions ain't on the list, and the other champ is at the end of the list. Everyone wonders why boxing is dying. Says the guy that's a two-weight world divisional champ off handouts. You got a belt handed to you versus Barroso's at 40. You got a belt handed to you at 47. You never done nothing for no belt. You ain't beat nobody to get no belt. None of that stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why you was able to fight for the belt in the first place, bro. Grandpa was putting belt to cheeks on that boy, giving him. Oh boy, I'm like, ain't no way Rolly talking, but it's crazy because right message, wrong messenger. Because if Rolly's a champ, why is he not a champion? Shouldn't be no lower than 4, because all the champs should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and anything else should be after that. It don't matter if the non-champion beat somebody that was known, or you got a better resume. You're not a champion, so therefore the champion should be ranked from 1 through 4. Barrio's been at that weight division. He's at 10, so that don't even make no sense. Um, then Rolly's the other champ. He's not on the list. Then the other champ, which is the IBF champ, he's not on the list neither. Yeah, that's the problem with boxing, and you know, right message, wrong messenger, bro. But it's crazy though how Rolly's the one talking about that. Next up in the news, we got Keyshawn Davis, clout chasing Devin Haney. He's just noticing that Devin Haney name is back where he was. You know, a lot of people just doing whatever they want to do with the Devin Haney case, either pushing either positive or negative, like, know what I mean? So he's just choosing to be a cloud chaser. So Keyshawn Davis called out Devin Haney to a fight. This is what he had to say. I would love to share the ring with this great fighter. Congratulations on your performance, Brody. You shocked the world. But whenever I come back, 140 division is first. Like, are you cloud chasing this guy for popularity? For like, what's the purpose of what you doing? Because you looking like a clown. Because it's like this. You're not even at 47. You haven't even moved up officially. You're talking about fighting at 40, but chasing somebody at 47. Like, what we doing? Like, that's the thing with boxing, bro. These dudes is a bunch of clout chasers, groupie dudes that just be chasing other people wave. Bro, like, come on, bro. Like, why are you doing this? Because at the end of the day, you making yourself look bad, bro. Know what I mean? And then let's not forget you was being very unprofessional. Allegedly, you jumped Nair Albright. Then you were supposed to headline your biggest card. You purposely did not make weight, nor did you even have any plans of making weight. Um, you was at the fight eating popcorn when you missed weight by 4 or 5 pounds. Like, you feel me? So why are you clout chasing when you should be making it right to the boxing fans? A lot of these dudes, they were very disappointed of your actions, and you're not even trying to make it right. It just shows like why you was at the fight, your own fight, when you miss weight and you was at the fight eating popcorn. You know what I mean? So next up in the news, we have Gary Antoine Russell. Like Gary Antoine Russell and Gary Antoine Russell and um Gary Antoine Russell and Richard Hitchens been going at it, man. You feel me? Now let me see what this video is about. The boy's been bumping on the net. Hold on, wait a minute. Now, what the heck? So,
40 that you like, yo, I gotta see. Outside of Josh Taylor, he's moving up. Is there a dream fight at 140 that you like, yo, I gotta see this guy before I leave the division? I think me and Gary Russell is gonna be the biggest fight in that division. I think when me and Gary get the belt and we unified, I think that's gonna be a big fight. Me and Gary, I think the run back from the lose. I think a lot of people are gonna want to see that just because we have history. And I feel like we the most. I want to say that I don't really. I'm not saying I know the whole 140 division. I feel like me and Gary is the most talented. From what I know, I think me and Gary is the most talented in that division.
like, it just be confusing to me how like boxers are in a barbaric sport, a sport that you need to have heart to even step inside the ring, and they're saying stuff that they don't even mean. It's like if you know that you're not trying to fight Gary Antoine Russell, why would you even say that, knowing that you don't mean it? It's like these these boxers be just they just be chatting. You feel me? Like a dude like Richardson Hitchens should want to fight Gary A. It should be the problem of the fight is not going down because of promotional companies and because of the business of boxing. It shouldn't be because of the you not wanting to fight. Because if this dude beat you 4 times in the amateurs, bro, when are you gonna get your get back? Like this is the best time for you to get your get back. At least before that, we could have said you're not a champ. You really trying to solidify yourself so that way you have a say so. You're a champion now. He's a champ. Y'all could unify. Like what's holding the fight? It's like you lost 4 times to this dude in the amateurs, and in the pros, you're not trying to make it right. It's like that's when I start questioning the competitor badge. It's like, how are you a competitor and you're not trying to run your fade? You're not trying to get your get back. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. You would think these dudes are in a barbaric sport and it's a contact sport. They mentality would be totally different. Like they'll be moving like warriors, not no coward, but hey, planet Earth, I guess. Now let's see what they've been going back and forth about, cause and then he ain't even respond to this. He purposely did not respond to this, bro. Like he purposely did. I'm about to show y'all how Richardson Hitch is moving, bro. Like people are gonna see this though. What the heck? Now Richardson Hitchens said, "Now let's start." Okay, so Gary A responded to a tweet from Richardson Hitchens. Probably was saying some. Uh, oh yeah, this is how it started. So it was a video of Richardson Hitchens talking crazy about B Norm Jr. Right? He said Gary A said he calling dudes trash. There it is. He said Gary A says he calling dudes trash, but got smoked by me 4-0 and won't even get his get back. You a female dog. Like, hey, that alone, this alone right here should have motivated Gary A to send a contract, bro. But this ain't enough. Maybe slapping got to get done or something. Cause like, dude talking about he calling dudes trash, but got smoked. Look at the word he used, smoked. He said you got smoked, boy. You in a pack 4 times by me and won't even get. And then he doubled down and said won't even get his get back. You beat like violated that boy. Like, come on, bro. Ain't nothing else to be said after that. Then that boy responded and says, "Shut your uh sweet self up and go get your name up, dude. You living off amateurs stuff. Still, clown." So talk about get your name up. Like what? Both of y'all is chimps. Like what type of name you talking about? Really, Richard Hiss is only a little bigger than Gary A. Because you know he be chatting a lot. You know he got the whole New York, the whole everything New York. So you know yeah, he's more of a talker than a Gary A. He's not that much bigger than him, bro. It's just Gary A's not he's not a dude that's out there like that. That's be chatting a lot. Know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know what he talking about, but that's just another way to duck fights. Get your name up. So somebody responded and said Gary A has a belt in your division. That get your name up stuff ain't gonna cut it. Go unify. Gary A responded and said, "Bruh, you would never say this to me. Why you didn't have the same energy when you was in our gym? B word. We can't put everything up. Your your soft self will never fight me. You and your team keep screaming bad style matchup. We yelling bring that." Nah, Gary A on timing with Richardson Hitchens, bro. I'm like, what he said after that? He said, he said, okay. He said, yeah, okay, okay. He said, you're a bit, your soft self would never say that to my face. Won't even put it all on the line then. Won't we put it all on the line then? I guarantee I'll stop you. Who the hell you beat to get your name up, Goofy? I'll stop everybody you fought and your soft self. Let's bet, Goofy. Call your daddy. Damn. They even say to leave you alone. Bad style matchup right now. Damn. Nah, Gary ain't talking crazy. Like, holy. Holy. Let's see if Richardson Hitchens grow some nuts and run his his fade and try to get his get back, man, in the professionals, man, because you down 0-4. Like, the record is 0-0 in the pros, but like, dog, you gotta run that fade, man. He said, Richardson Hitchens said, I'm on whatever you on, bruh. What you mean? I won't say it to your face, coward. Since when I was scared of you? And go get that get back from that L you took. And when we fight, I promise you gonna see what's up. Notice, like, look how he talking. He said, when we fight, I promise you gonna see what's up. What's up with what? Like, why he not talking about this knocking them out? They stopping them talk. Like, where's the confidence? Like, it's just this is the tweet from like his his manager or something, like, because this can't be the fighter. And then he talking about go get that get back from that L you took. Why are you worried about him getting get back when you should be trying to get your get back for being 0-4? Like, you let a dude beat you 4 times, bro. Like, you let one dude beat you 4 times and you worrying about his get back. And then yeah, I don't get it, bro. Richard Hitchens, bro, he move funny. He be moving wacky, bro. And he said, bro, when we going to fight, me and you both know you're not gonna fight me. But it sounds good. I was in Brooklyn for a minute. You know where I'm at. Damn. Now he talking about he in your city. He talking about you not gonna fight him. He talking about you know where he at. Nah, that's bad, bro. Richardson Hitchens gotta do better, man. You in a barbaric sport, man. You know what I'm saying? The most dangerous sport. You gotta move like a warrior, man. Nah, man. Nah, boxing. No. Notice how. So I'm on whatever you want. So one of the tweets that Richardson Hitchens responded to, it's funny to me because he did not respond to the right tweet of him saying that he want to fight. No, look at this. Notice, like, he responded to Gary A on the same tweet. So he do not want to quote tweet the other ones because Gary A is talking crazy, right? Notice that? Like, that's how he be moving, bro. Like, and he think people ain't gonna notice that. Like, come on, bro. Like, like, yo, we see how you moving, buddy. He respond to the same tweet twice, saying different things. Like, why didn't you respond to the call out, the fighting? Like, because he knows, like, nah. If I quote tweet or respond to that, like, these dudes gonna peep the play, like they really gonna be applying pressure, like, you know what I mean? Cause look, why he ain't respond to the other stuff, right? He ain't respond to this. Yeah, look at this. Why he ain't respond to quote tweet these tweets? Like, Gary ain't talking crazy though, bro. But hey, Richard Hitchens ain't trying to do nothing about that. That's on him. All right, boom. Nah, we done covered the Richardson Hitchens versus Gary A. Now let's see what's next. What's in the news? What's in the news? Pound for pound. I need to give my pound for pound. I just know I've had Crawford as my number one pound for pound. Usyk couldn't even make me take Crawford off the list. I mean off the number one. So I just tells you, like, you feel me? I've been had Crawford number one. You feel me? I never had Usyk. Usyk was climbing. It was getting there. But yeah, like, fuck is up with this shit? Twitter be giving like random stuff. Look at this, man. These is the fraudulent guys that be trying to have fans crash out over stuff that they do or stuff that they like and don't like, but then they'll be buddy with each other after they force the fans to crash out, and they don't care about the fans after that. Look at this: Shakur and Devin Haney talking crazy about each other's moms, or talking crazy to each other, and they right back buddy like so. Make sure y'all stay away from fan activities, man. Be in a sport of boxing for the sport of boxing, not for boxers, bro. Boxers don't. I mean, they be doing this all the time. Get the fans to crash out, then you will see them chilling with those same peoples that they was claiming, oh, trying to in their career, all this stuff, and you see them hee hee ha ha, buddy with them same people they was trying to get you to violate or to beef with, like, bro, don't be a fan, man. 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 So, I don't know, already covered these. Benavidez, Benavidez, that he's moving up to cruiserweight to fight Zurdo Ramirez at cruiserweight, so he's moving up in weight, and he's saying that the fight is official for May 2nd. He's not waiting on anybody. He's making his own lane. Yeah. Um, Zurdo Ramirez is food. If he's staying at cruiserweight, I want to see Jay Opata versus Benavidez, and if he's not staying, then I would like to see Jay Opata move up to heavyweight and face Alexander Usyk. Um, yeah, because cruiserweight is a like this damn near a dead division. Uh, yeah, only the dudes at 75 can help that cruiserweight division. Like the better BF, the Bivals, the Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Them type of guys. That cruiserweight, yeah, it's not it's not an active weight division. It's exactly 1 month until the December holiday that I do not celebrate. If you could ask if you could ask for the biggest fights, I don't already mention the fights that I want to see. I'm gonna just throw them out. Well, the number one fight I want to see is um Usyk versus Caballel, Usyk versus Moses Atama. Uh, at 75, the trilogy better BF Bivol. 75 Benavidez Bivol. 75 Benavidez better BF. Um, then a heavyweight, I would want to see Big Baby Anderson versus Moses Atama. Um, at 68, Canelo versus Mbili. Canelo versus um Lester Martinez. Canelo versus Iglesias. Canelo versus Pacheco. 54, all the top 10 guys fight each other. Charlo Boots, Fundora, Ortiz, the whole 54 top 10 fight each other. 47 ain't nothing there. 40 they got a unified fight. Top 10 fight each other. 35 I want to see Abdullah Mason versus Kid Austin. Um, Abdullah Mason versus Andy Cruz. Uh, I want to see Tank Davis versus Gary Antoine Russell. Tank Davis versus Raymond Ford. Stephen Fulton versus um, once he win, he's staying at 30. Right, yeah, he's staying at 30. So yeah, Stephen Fulton versus Raymond Ford. Inoue versus Nakatani. Um, I want to see Charlo versus Keith Thurman. Morrell versus Smith. That's in the talks. They doing bids. Morrell versus Benavidez rematch. Morrell versus Yard. Morrell versus Buatsi. Um, yeah, those are some of the fights. Shakur versus Gary Yate. I needs that for sure. That's on top of my list. You know what I mean? Yeah, those are some of the fights that I want to see, and I'm missing a few, but I'm not about to be keep thinking and trying to remind myself of a fight that I should have mentioned. Nah, this right here is 50 jabs. It's a long video though, but it's funny. It's funny. Next up in the news, we got
How would you fare? How do you think Devin Haney would fare against Jerron Ennis? Matchup wise. I was just saying that last night. I think they would try to disrupt the activity. I think skill wise, Jerron will kill him. But I think there's no telling what kind of game plan or what the hell they're gonna come up with to disrupt some shit. Well, they're gonna depend on where the fight at. It's gonna depend on a lot of things when it comes to that. But skill wise, punch for punch wise, I would have boost.
now one thing that a lot of people don't notice about Devin Haney is he does not lack hearts. When it comes to heart, he has that. Like anybody that says otherwise, it clearly shows like what type of individual you is. Because I don't like Devin Haney. Not because of him as a person, just actions. He's just not a stand-up individual. You know what I mean? So yeah, like it's not because of him as a person, just actions. Like he be doing bozo stuff. He not a stand up individual. He be on some coon stuff, sellout stuff. His dad, the same. The dad is the reason why he act the way he act, move the way he moves. Like we doing a bunch of bozo stuff that's not stand up individual type of thing. But but yeah, like with Devin Haney, like um versus B Norm, that fight put a lot of people they're back trusting Devin Haney. They're back on a bandwagon. But Devin Haney versus Boots Ennis, it's a good fight. It's just that people should not be looking at it like Boots Ennis is about to annihilate Devin Haney because um the two of the things that I notice about Boots Ennis that I don't like personally, he's not defensively responsible, meaning that he gets hit with stuff that he should not get hit with because he has the skill set to be able to not get hit with certain shots, right? But he gets hits too easily. He gets hits too easily. So defensively, I do not trust his defensive system. I do not trust Boots in his defense. Defense wise, I do not trust him. He gets hits too much. And then Boots in his trust in his power too much. He trusts in his chin. So it's like um when it comes to the top of the top fights, um, because of how Boots Ennis is not defensively responsible, meaning I don't trust his defense enough, me personally. And I see that he trusts in his chin too much. I don't like that. When you trust in your chin too much. No, trust in your defense. You know what I mean? Trust in your hand placement, your foot position, like things that's been there for forever. Um, yeah, trusting his power too much, trusting his chin too much. Those three things I don't like about Boots Ennis. So a fight between Boots Ennis and Devin Haney would be closer than I would think it would, or I would choose for it to be based off of those three facts about Boots Ennis. But then again, um, I'm looking at it like it can be a bad style matchup for Devin Haney, but Devin and Haney have got the skills to make it a closer fight than people think. Um, yeah, I don't think Boots Ennis would be able to stop or be able to stop or KO Devin Haney based off the fact that the game plan versus Boots Ennis would be a whole bunch of doing different things, never staying stationary, holding like crazy. Yeah, it would be a whole bunch of the whole plan would be to take away from from Boots Ennis to make it a more of a fight where he gotta do way more than he ever did in his life. Like he gotta cut off the ring. He gotta throw more jabs. He gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of energy that gotta be invested into that. So as of now, I would say I would have it 60-40 Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? The closer we get, and I would have to see how confident Devin Haney would be getting. How confident he be getting. So then I'll be like 55 Boots Ennis. But 50-50, Devin Haney would have to show me a lot because it's like he got heart, yes, but it's still his chin, he doesn't have a chin, meaning that he wasn't born with a beard, right? Those those Marvin Haglers, those Canelos, those Triple G's, them type of guys, like they were born with a beard, right? So Devin Haney still has the problem of his chin is not one of the best chins, right? So if he gets hit flush over and over again, over and over again, um, they get hit. Yeah, he get hit over and over again. We never know. Of course, he a competitor. He got heart here. If he's able to, he's going to get up. He's not gonna quit. He's gonna keep going. But against the Boots Ennis, bro, he's heavy handed. This dude is loading up. He's fast. He got everything in his arsenal. That's a good fight. But I got it as of now. I got it 60-40 Boots. Then as Devin Haney starts showing me more, then it can possibly go to 55 Boots Ennis. But that's a good fight though. It's a good fight. Gets it flush over and over again. What the heck? I didn't believe it was 50 jab, but yeah, nah, you're right. He should have moved his head a lot. Teach B. Norman head movement. He ran into like 50 jabs.